Trophies for the whole team. We got it on demand, we never sold dreams. Now the whole scene looking like a whole dream. That's why it's MVP trophies for my whole team. Got them hating lanes pissed every time my niggas talk. Winning all we know, be like fuck a sign of loss. The race going up, you could call it hustle heaven. I'm gon' eat what I kill when I want it for craving, nigga. Trophies for the whole team. We got it on demand, we never sold dreams. Now the whole scene looking like a whole dream. That's why it's MVP trophies for my whole team. Got them hating lanes pissed every time a nigga talk. Winning all we know, be like fuck a sign of loss. The race going up, you could call it hustle heaven. I'm gon' eat what I kill when I want it for craving, nigga.
Popping bottles and popping models before the IG. Blowing this green, my bitch better than poison ivy. I got that itch, real nigga, how you define me? Fever pitch, I'm Slick Rick back in the 90s. I got my patch on, used to fly all my packs home. Only personal smoke, die before it was well known. I'm talking Cali, San Fernando Valley gas, homie. Rain pulled up on me, had like 7 strands on me, no cap. Bars be bars, I'm the captain of my shit. In fact, my niggas out, moving all type of shit. Eat up or be a hungry nigga. That ain't my forte. Lyrical slaughter, my mama said, I'm Bobby Boucher. They ain't gon' like me, I'm Donald minus the toupee. This the guarantee, and I got my niggas on 3-way. A quick call, the king is sick, it's go time. I don't beg for stripes, nigga, I earn mine.
Trophies for the whole team. We got it on demand, we never sold dreams. Now the whole scene looking like a whole dream. That's why it's MVP trophies for my whole team. Got them hating lanes pissed every time my niggas talk. Winning all we know, be like fuck a sign of loss. The race going up, you could call it hustle heaven. I'm gon' eat what I kill when I want it for craving, nigga. Trophies for the whole team. We got it on demand, we never sold dreams. Now the whole scene looking like a whole dream. That's why it's MVP trophies for my whole team. Got them hating lanes pissed every time a nigga talk. Winning all we know, be like fuck a sign of loss. The race going up, you could call it hustle heaven. I'm gon' eat what I kill when I want it for craving, nigga.
Trophy case stay loaded if I'm being humble. Man, my flow got splashed like 11 puddles. After school detention, you don't want no trouble. The way these bodies piling up, did somebody fumble? Stand over the body, let me ask you something. Stash the money in the oven, couple racks or something. Water main broke, so she called the plumber. Started poking shorty back like an acupuncture. Man, my appetite for money got me fat as fuck. Y'all be laughing to the bank, I'll be mad as fuck. In this game, it's one drive, you better cash in. Either you go run to death or somebody pass in. That sound tragic. Man, forget the casket. Skip the funeral arrangements and city taxes. Had to check my tax bracket, and I'm gaining traction. And I still got my trophies than you whack rappers.
Trophies for the whole team. We got it on demand, we never sold dreams. Now the whole scene looking like a whole dream. That's why it's MVP trophies for my whole team. Got them hating lanes pissed every time my niggas talk. Winning all we know, be like fuck a sign of loss. The race going up, you could call it hustle heaven. I'm gon' eat what I kill when I want it for craving, nigga. Trophies for the whole team. We got it on demand, we never sold dreams. Now the whole scene looking like a whole dream. That's why it's MVP trophies for my whole team. Got them hating lanes pissed every time a nigga talk. Winning all we know, be like fuck a sign of loss. The race going up, you could call it hustle heaven. I'm gon' eat what I kill when I want it for craving, nigga.
Emerged from the freestyles in North Flame basement. King nigga, we don't even walk up on the same
same pavement, Spence with it. Even if I crash, I'm still great. Strapped up, picture Bokeem running through them gates. I'm telling you, brother to brother, now can you relate? Well, only big dollar amounts can restore the faith. Now it's scary hours amongst us. My hunger, it was a come up. Flow shine is when the sun up. Green Hoopers in the cart move faster, that's a wonder. Call it Alex Felix number, how it run up. I'm the son in the East of 5. I'm just waiting for my come up. Listen up, I'm Max, and I ain't just talking about my dream. An outcast, I threw 3 stacks to get that blue dream. And all shit me up. Said, nigga, you think you nice with them schemes? I told him if I'm on the scene, I close a capture for the team. Listen, I tripled up twice. Image MJ with the green. The hook set our greatness up. Yet none of our names be Kareem. Now it's trophies for the whole team. We got it on demand, we never sold dreams. Now the whole scene looking like a whole dream. That's why it's MVP trophies for my whole team. Got them hating lanes pissed every time my niggas talk. Winning all we know, be like fuck a sign of loss. The rate's going up, you could call it hustle heaven. I'm gon' eat what I kill when I want it for craving, nigga. Trophies for the whole team. We got it on demand, we never sold dreams. Now the whole scene looking like a whole dream. That's why it's MVP trophies for my whole team. Got them hating lanes pissed every time a nigga talk. Winning all we know, be like fuck a sign of loss. The rate's going up, you could call it hustle heaven. I'm gon' eat what I kill when I want it for craving, nigga.
Yeah. What up? Y'all already know it's your brother, man, Virgil Berry, aka Stacks with the Facts. I got my brother King L's in the building. What's happening? These wings I'm eating is from a spot called Slapping Wings. Right? And these fries is good. I ain't gonna lie, these fries is good as hell, bro. You hear me? The fries is exceptional. You feel me? They got drinks in there and everything. My only complaint is that the little girl who was working at the front desk, she was rude. Well, she was rude, Jack. You hear me? I was like, damn. She didn't even say, when I came in, she didn't even say, hey, my name is such and such. Welcome to Slapping Things. How can I help you tonight? She didn't do that. She just was staring there at me like. I walked in. I said, well, hey, young lady, how are you doing this evening? You know? I said, God damn. So I already know what it is. My Tuesday night wrap up. We here. I got my brother King Els in the building. Well, we waiting for Els to come up. I'm pretty sure Glitch gonna be tapping in pretty soon. You know what I'm saying? And you already know what it is, man. It's the Tuesday night wrap up, man. Sports Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? E.N.E Sports. We in the building. She was rude, Jack. I was crazy. I was like, man, rude as hell, little girl. Had the nerve to have a tip jar right there, too, being rude like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you acting crazy. But y'all already know what it is, man. We about to get to it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. And we're definitely going to do it like we used to it, Jack. You know? A lot of stuff going on this week in sports, man. Y'all know nothing about the Great Fago, man. That's some Midwest shit, man. That's Midwest shit, man. Y'all know nothing about that. Before we, you know what I'm saying, my brother L come up. L, what's good?
What's good, bro?
Hey, these slapping wings is good. My only thing is this. Order your sauce on the side.
Oh, where they make a wing, they don't cook them crispy enough?
Nah.
Yeah.
But they're good, though. They're good.
And you know what? That's the reason why I say Me Mug Wings is the best in the city, bro. I go there on Wednesday.
I don't know about best in the city, but they all right.
Yeah, I go there every Wednesday. Give me a new little flavor. The motherfuckers be crispy. They healthy.
Hey, I'm going to hurt though. These fries are on point, though.
Yeah, and then that's the fries. Yeah, you gotta find a place with good fries. And I actually ain't never had their fries.
When you do a grippo, y'all gotta do dry rub. This wet grippo ain't it, man. This ain't it. You feel me? But the sauces is good. You know, you got fried chicken a little bit hotter than this, though. If you're gonna dress them in sauce like that, I just get mine with the sauce on the side.
Yeah, sometimes.
Well, next time I go up there, I'll just tell them to fry my shit hard, son. Right? I want my rings fried mad hard, son.
Yeah.
You did. But what's good with you, though, El?
I can't call it, bro. Just staying out the way, man. Just got home. You know, we was on the same kind of road, both getting us some food on the way to the house. So
Right.
Ended up getting me some old Charlie's.
Okay.
I got the me and Julie, we both kind of wasn't that hungry, so I just got us a chicken tender meal, and then she got the fries for her side. I got okra for my side because they just added okra. And you know, I love okra, y'all. You get some good.
I got okra at Old Charlie's.
Yeah, bro, and it's fire too. I would rank their okra with the seasoning they put on it right behind. I'm gonna keep it 100, y'all. Church's okra is my favorite. I love Church's okra. I could hit
Church's okra definitely slap.
Yeah, I could eat a whole box of that shit to the head. John B.A. got some good okra, but Church's is always gonna be my number one in the city. And I ain't gonna lie, this okra might be number 2, but being top 3 ain't bad though. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh, Charlie's, huh?
Oh, Charlie's, man. I was surprised, bro. I really do be surprised with old Charlie's, man. They done came up a little bit. You know?
That's crazy. Last time I went to Old Charlie's, I was with my brother.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I go to Old Charlie's all the time. That's one of Julie, because they do like on Mondays. If y'all in Ohio or y'all got a Old Charlie's next to y'all, on Mondays they do like a $6 where you get like 4 to 5 chicken tenders for like $6 and the fries with a drink. So sometimes me and Julie just get a couple of those meals and just kind of chill out. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we're gonna order some food on and we're gonna order food on a Monday.
But we ain't trying to go all out, you know.
Yeah, I ain't trying to ball out. You know, we ain't out here, ain't balling out. I know some of y'all be like, y'all need Nobu on Mondays and shit like that. That ain't what me and Julie doing, man. We straight, you know. I try to look for deals.
We're going to get straight to it, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. E.N.E Sports, we here. Tap in and walk with us. We're about to get straight to it, Jack.
Steph. Oh my. Oh my. Shangun though to the rim. Steven again with the tip. Buddy Hield to Jimmy. Lob. Jimmy, you gotta go here. Jimmy. Oh
Jimmy
my
buckets.
Yeah, my fault.
Steph. Oh my.
Give me all 3 of those.
Oh my. Shangun though to the rim. Steven. Again with the tip.
He was balling.
Buddy Hield to Jimmy. Lob. Jimmy, you gotta go here.
Playoff Jimmy.
Jimmy. Oh my God. Oh my God, Steven. Van Vliet. Oh my, what a shot.
So Jimmy out there going crazy.
Jimmy for the bucket.
Oh yeah, Jimmy, yeah.
What a game.
Jimmy was going nuts last night, man.
There's a hook shot. Nope. Buddy Hield tries a 3.
Buddy.
Oh my gosh.
I told y'all, Buddy get over 10 to 15 points a game.
3.
And he averaged out this playoffs.
Gets blocked. What a block.
Golden State gonna be a tough out.
Bro, Pods with a big block. Jimmy goes at the rim and makes it. That's what Jimmy does.
Because Jimmy gonna do this all playoffs to everybody.
Shangun. Van Vliet.
Oh
my goodness. What a shot.
Ball yesterday.
Curry's got 8 threes. You got to find Curry in this situation. Curry, he's got Adams on him. Double team. Jimmy. Oh. Oh.
Need all three of those.
He's limping though. Oh, this
He
is
ran kind of messed up a little bit.
Yeah, nah, he hit him. You can't touch him while he's shooting. You cannot touch him.
Because that does affect the shooting motion, obviously, if you touch him in the hip.
Can't touch him.
Yeah, it's gonna stand. Big free
I wouldn't
throws
have
for
called
Jimmy
it.
here,
I wouldn't have called it on the hoop court if I was playing, but
Makes the first.
you in a real game, you gotta call that.
Makes the second. Third one.
So you can't not call
Big
something like
buckets.
that,
There we
man.
go, Şengün.
Yeah, not it was clutch too.
GP2.
Less than 2
Şengün.
minutes
Oh
ago.
my.
Yeah, he was out
Holy,
there
what a
balling.
game, bro. This is crazy. Curry on Eason. Floater. Misses. Oh my gosh. Rockets got a chance.
Let's go.
Rockets got a chance. Can the Rockets steal this game right here? Şengün.
No.
And Draymond. Tough shot.
Lock
Oh
up.
my god.
Oh,
What a fucking
Draymond.
Jimmy. He
out
came
there
out of nowhere
balling.
there.
on defense and offense. Huh?
Wow.
Oh,
That was a
Jimmy was
bad
out there.
shot,
Yeah,
though. Jimmy.
Look at
Hey,
Draymond.
love-
MVP
I love
chance. Big
Draymond,
free
man.
throws.
talking
That
shit.
should do it. That should do it.
Draymond out there looking like somebody's grandpa
Şengün.
with that gray in his beard, man.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Wow. So that's how it
Yo,
went
that
down.
looked good.
That was a
That
great
looked
fucking
like it was
game.
dropping in. Holy
I see.
shit. What a freaking game,
What's
though.
that?
Hey man,
Jimmy gonna get this ring and he gonna retire, man.
I'm happy for him, man. Look at him smiling.
I'm rocking with
Yeah.
him.
Swept and sent to Canada
Yeah.
already.
I think he going. Hey man, if he get one this year, he gonna try to get a couple more with these cats. They got more cap space, which is
Yeah, I don't see why not.
because they got.
Damn, man.
Yeah, they can actually add another beast next year because they got money to spend. So they could actually get somebody else nice next year. What's
They
crazy?
definitely
about
got
the
that
Warriors.
dust out that way. That's a fact.
What I'm gonna say about this is, me and Bird, we was on the show last week.
We definitely
Even though it
was.
was a quick show, we definitely spoke. And before the playoffs, you know what I mean, 2 weeks ago when everything kind of started, we even spoke. And if y'all remember, y'all can rewind it. This is why I love having a podcast because
Mhm.
I was just telling the dude on Facebook today, look, it holds me accountable. Verge is always here to see my predictions and see what I say. He can always vouch and say whether I'm, capping or not. But I
Mhm.
told people, a healthy Golden State, and even Verge was even when we was at Court's party last week, and
Mhm.
I told everybody, I said a healthy Golden State and a healthy Clippers is the two most scariest teams in the West.
That's a fact. You
And
definitely said that.
what we're going to see here, you got to remember, playoff Jimmy, man. Jimmy took Ron and them.
Jimmy is a problem, man.
He took them. Y'all got to remember, in Miami, all he had was an up and coming Tyler Hero. Bam was in and out the series, but Jimmy not gotten hurt against the Lakers. Remember, they was giving the Lakers problems until Jimmy got hurt
It definitely was.
in the bubble. So all I'm gonna say is now that Jimmy actually is able to play the way that he always wanted to play, Jimmy never. See, the thing I love about Jimmy, even though we look at him as a superstar player, he never wanted to be a superstar player. He just wanted to be a player, a good player for any team and fit
player.
Yeah. And now he gets to be that with Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and you see him like you ain't seen Jimmy smile like this in a while. You could tell he's genuinely happy.
Well, you heard what he said in the interview. He said he feel like himself again.
Yeah. So
You see that?
Yeah, I saw that. That was right after this. In that interview that they didn't play it, but when he said it, what Bird is talking about is exactly what his post-game interview. And you could genuinely tell, man, he's just happy, man, just playing ball. And I appreciate that because if it's any player in this playoffs that I would say that I'll be like deserves a ring, It's either him or Harden, him or James Harden with the Clippers. Like them is the two players I would out of all the people, I would say them two I feel like deserve a ring just because how good they are and how hard they work. I know a lot of people talk shit about Harden, but Harden's also, man, you know, he's gonna go down as one of the best shooting guards ever, top 5.
That's a fact.
So, and Jimmy actually is gonna get his name etched higher, which his name should be etched higher because he's a two-way player.
Right.
We don't get two-way players that can do what he does on the offensive end too.
That's a fact.
So shout out to the Warriors. You know, I had to have that clip because it started off like that because I respect what they doing out there, man. They looking good, man.
Like I said, Draymond said a few weeks ago in that interview, man, I think we can win, man.
He said that literally as soon as they got the trade. Was crazy.
Man, yep, like we got Jimmy out here, man. So we got a shot, man. We gonna take it. You know what I mean? Hey man, shout out to the Warriors, man.
They got the best coach. People can say what they want about Curry, but bro, we gotta remember, man, this dude. I know everybody. We love talking about LeBron being 40, but we have to remember this is a point guard that runs around the court more than anybody. He's 37 years old. 37. We keep forgetting just because Curry look young. Curry's not young, y'all.
He's not a young mustache, man. He about to be down there 40. He kicking 40 down in the ass right now. Yeah.
You know, all we talk about is Brown being old, doing what he's doing, but people don't want to give Curry the same props, and he's 37, man.
Mm-hmm.
Only 2.5 years behind LeBron, because he'll be 38 by the end of this year. So, shout out to Curry, yo. And I'm gonna tell y'all this. If Golden State wins it this year, we're gonna have to rearrange some lists.
Right.
Whether y'all like it or not.
Right. That's a fact. Because yeah. People like to Golden State out for real.
It ain't no knock either, bro, because you know people think that.
No, that's a fact. I'm with you.
When we talk greatest players, man, it's never a knock when we talk greatest players. I think that's what y'all get mad at.
Right.
You talk top 10, there's no weak players in the top 50, the top 100, top 200. To be mentioned in the top 200 with thousands and thousands of names that came through the league, that means you're a great player.
That's exactly what it is.
But when we talk about this top 10, bro, I mean, shit. We in the same era, bro. Let's say, you know, I come in the game. I'm gonna put it like this. If I come in the game and I play 20-something years and I get 4 rings, and there's somebody that come in the league only playing 17 years and they get 5 rings, same time I'm playing, how do I say that I'm better than that person and we both superstars?
Mm-hmm.
And we both superstars. We ain't going because people trying to knock he ain't get the finals MVP, KD, but this man did it with 3 different teams and didn't go to no other team. He stayed with his team. Right. Stayed with the same team. You know? So we gotta really think about these conversations.
Salute Golden State. Salute. And what I like about Golden State in that game, man, everybody did their thing, man. Excuse me, y'all. It was a unified front. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody showed up and played their position and did a goddamn job, man.
Yeah.
And
that's what makes them so good, bro.
So what?
That's what makes them so good is everybody know their motherfucking role on the team.
Right. Everybody know their position, man. That's why Golden State was dominant like how they was, and that's why, you know, they're gonna probably do it again this year. It would be dope to see Golden State and Cleveland in the finals, man.
Oh, that would be fire.
It'd be dope to see Cleveland beat Boston because I'm telling you right now, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get to this. Boston been looking kind of, not gonna say suspect, but they ain't playing like the Boston from last year. I'm gonna just say that.
Oh no, definitely not.
And the way they looking right now is looking like Cleveland. You know, Cleveland can whoop them, man. I'm just saying, man.
Man, I ain't gonna hold you, man. Cleveland look
Cleveland
good.
pull it together, and we're gonna wait till we get to that. We ain't gonna talk about it. I'm pretty sure you got that in here, bro. So we ain't gonna jump the gun like that. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button, click on subscribe to the page, share on your social engineering, E.N.E Sports. My brother King L's in the building. You already know E.N.E every day, all day, no days off. Let's go.
Heating up. I think it's time that we take a look at what is actually happening.
Why is it so low?
The volume. Hold on. Scroll up at the top where you were just at. It looked like the volume at the top left. No, go back up. Right there. No, to the left a little bit.
That we take a look.
Right where you see where's that? Can you turn it up?
No, that's loud as we go.
Yeah, that is loud as jam.
With OKC completely.
Y'all can barely hear what dude's saying.
Against the
Me too.
Tough team, not tough enough.
Well,
OKC moves on.
We're gonna have to
We
skip
also
that one.
saw last night. Cleveland is way too much for Miami. They completed this sweep.
Yeah, I'll tell bro, he need to turn his volume up when he do his video.
In an elimination.
That ain't it, bro.
Let's
gotta be able to hear you.
We have the Golden State Warriors up for that gentleman's sweep, up 3-1 after that game last night against Houston. Warriors coming in at that 7th seed.
Yeah, they did kick their ass, man.
Maybe they should have been the 7th. Surprising to most.
Yeah, you got.
I've been waiting for the right
man.
forum to tell these stories.
Welcome to Death Row. I mean, all the smoke. We're honored.
We will start with the MJ fight.
Shall we watch them? We shall. A little trip down memory lane.
But you got to go back. Got to go back to when they have the ball.
Oh shit.
So go.
Oh, Barack Obama looking ass nigga.
Go back. Go back.
Hold on, he got to pull the whole clip up.
Pull the whole clip up.
There we go.
Yeah.
So this sound like that nigga, man. Oh, Jim, I never thought about that, man. Reggie Miller looked like Obama, man. He kind of sounds like a little bit too, man.
I guess look, watch this. 1, 2.
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's
okay.
a mean one.
I tried to get him there, and he got out the way. So I was like, all right, tip in.
Got you now.
I'm going straight to him.
Mm-hmm.
Let him know. Okay. I had to hurry up and turn around because I don't want him to come and like chokehold me.
He tried to rake you.
So I'm like, okay, we both get into we get into this. He scrapes my eye, like you can't see.
Like I saw him like he was trying to scratch you.
So
I saw him rake you like
right.
that.
So all this goes down. This is in MSA, by the way. This is it. We're at home. We are at home in Market Square Arena playing Michael Jordan and Chicago Bulls. So this shit goes down. Ronnie Nunn.
Yeah, no good, motherfucker.
Somebody can learn to say no good motherfucker. Hey, man.
No good.
Ronnie Nunn comes in, breaks it all up. They huddle up. I'm thinking, okay. So back in the day, a lot of it, look at this. Scratch the crap out of me.
15-yard face.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Damn.
What if one day could change everything?
Tell me what he cannot. Self-defense class even taken.
But look, I'm holding him and controlling him.
God damn.
I'm like, okay, you ain't going anywhere.
Look, Grant.
Yeah, go pull up.
Drake Stadium.
So I'm thinking, okay, maybe we'll get double technical. Maybe
that nigga Reggie Miller.
If I get thrown out, he's gonna get thrown out.
Mm-hmm.
We both are throwing. Jess Kersey, man. Okay, Jess. I had a fresh dew for the game.
I was about to say that cut was clean.
Hold
on. So just you got kicked out the game. I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Wow.
You guys both threw punches.
MJ threw about 3.
They ain't never throw at Mike at them.
Who's shooting free throws right now?
You fouled him, Reg.
They ain't throw at Mike at no motherfucking game.
in our building, maybe in Chicago. In our building?
And he's shooting the technicals too. God damn.
45 on us. Not that he wouldn't have scored 45 with me in the game, But shit, give me a chance in our building.
MJ threw 3 punches on
So
the
then the
road
league-
and then get kicked out the
So
game.
then
That's
the league,
crazy.
the next day, I got a 1-game suspension.
You got kicked out and a game suspension.
And he got 3 games. So why did he get 3 games then?
Right.
And
But
it wasn't
still
kicked
got to
out.
stay in the game. Wow.
So they let him play the game, dissuspended it 3 games.
And then suspended him.
And that's how they did me at the San Francisco Pro Am.
Come on, man.
Hey, man. Shout out to Reggie Miller, man. NBA legend, Hall of Fame legend. You did. That was one of the first jerseys I ever copped with my own money back in the day, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
And I see he rocking his sneaks too.
Yeah, he got throwbacks on.
Super throwback Millers on. I'm looking at his feet like, man, I ain't seen him in a long ass time.
I know. They low-key need to re-release those.
Man, them joints is fire, man. Shout out to my man Reggie Miller, man. See, listen here, man. Like Jordan is Jordan, right? But as I got older and start to really like look into stuff, man, like Jordan, man, that's an athlete, exceptional guy, but that's a dude, a guy, man, he a piece of shit, man. He a fuck nigga for real, man. Everybody got a piece of shit ass, hoe ass nigga type story about this nigga Jordan, man. Lots of people. Cam got one, Mace got one. Hella niggas that got stories of when they met Jordan. And the locks, and Jordans was on some bullshit. Right? So this story right here is like, it's not really a story. You know, you've seen it with your own eyes. You know what I'm saying? Jordan was mad because Reggie was out there having him clamped up. Reggie used to be out there spraying them niggas. Hey, L, man, Reggie used to be out there spraying niggas back in the day, man.
Reggie was our nigga, man. I know a lot of people be trying to talk shit about Reggie. I see a debate online, people talking about, oh, he wasn't a superstar. I'm like, who the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like, see, I think what people got to understand, man, the Jordan era was different.
Right.
You know, we get into this era now where everybody get to win championships, and unfortunately, when Jordan learned how to win, it stopped a lot of great players from winning championships.
Right.
And people try to knock him. You know, they try to knock him. They try to knock, you know, I know people don't like Patrick Ewing. I like Patrick Ewing. He was the first kind of center that I felt like had a nice jump shot and could go to the, you know, back to the basket. But you also got to remember Charles Barkley. You know, people be throwing shade on Barkley. I'm like, man, Barkley was a fucking beast, man. He was 6'4", guarding niggas like Shaq that was 7'2", 7'3", like almost a whole foot taller than him and beasting them niggas. You know what I mean? Right. To me, Barkley was one of the biggest anomalies in the NBA that we don't talk about that much. You know what I mean? To be 6'4" and playing a power forward in the NBA back in the day where everybody was 6'8" and above.
8, 7 foot, 7'2".
7'2".
And he was being dominant too, though.
Being dominant, putting 30 up on these cats. 30 and 12, 15. Barkley was dunking on these niggas and everything. Like, we don't get these
threes.
Yeah, threes. Barkley had the total game, man. You know, Drexler, Dominique Wilkins. You know, Dominique Wilkins, one of the nicest that a lot of people don't even talk about. Like I said, him and Jordan is the only two people that went up against each other, and every time they went up against each other, they point per game was 33 points.
Oh.
So there's never been two players that went up against each other who averaged 33 points between both of them every time they went against each other. But Reggie Miller, man, he was a hooper. He didn't back down for nobody. He the only one who actually scrapped Jordan, as we seen, and he scrapped Kobe. When he scooped Kobe up, and we'd do that.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Oh, Kobe was tripping, man.
I'm saving him. Yeah, because I like that interview, man. Reggie, his interview was one of the best ones. And next week, we're going to highlight him a little more. We're going to talk about the Malice in the Palace from his perspective, man. I'll give y'all a chance to at least go watch it because, you know, Steven Jackson was on that team, and you know they the ones interviewing him, and Reggie actually, you know, he kind of broke down a little bit, like, you know, it was fucked up, but you know, he like, I was there for y'all, you know. So Reggie Miller, man, this interview, it really brought it. Like, I always felt Reggie was dope just because of his commentary and the way that he talks about the game. He's very open, doesn't show a lot of bias, and you know, he even give MJ his props. Like, you know, MJ, you know, he told him he ain't had no weakness. You know, he was like, he the only player he ever played against that literally had 0 weaknesses in his game. So he also gave it up. But if you get a chance, it's a 3-hour interview. It's definitely a great interview. Guy who not only played the game at a high level, but also has been a commentator. And he's an actual in-game commentator, which is, to me, one of the toughest things to do. Like, anybody can kind of watch the clips and, you know, come up with dope shit to say. But to be an in-game commentator, you have to, like, keep the game going. It's like you know, I was a DJ, so it kind of reminded me of being a DJ. Like, you got to keep the party moving as you're watching the game. So I also respect him for that, too. So, you know, Reggie, man, he gonna get Hall of Fame recognition in both fields, from the commentary and the NBA. And that's why I'm going to salute him and his stories. He gave a lot of stories that he never spoke on. Like, he didn't even do the Malice in the Palace documentary.
Right.
So he said he wanted to say, and this was also some real shit. He said, I'd rather save it to talk to Steven Jackson. He said, because while it was going on, he was like, Steven Jackson already been in the media. So he was like, I specifically saved my commentary until I came on the show and spoke with you. And you could tell the mutual respect. And when you hear that story, which we'll highlight next week, like I said, that'll be one of the top stories next week.
Right.
You know, like I said, I'm gonna give y'all a chance to go check it out. And then next week we're gonna come back and recap the Malice in the Palace, and then we also gonna show the Kobe stuff.
That's right. Because I ain't gonna lie, I remember that, man. Kobe lightweight.
Yeah, he had a sucker.
I ain't gonna listen, let me cam up real quick. I remember that, bro. I was sick. Like, oh, Kobe lightweight, let Reggie get out. Reggie lightweight, scrape Kobe. He scraped my nigga Bing. He hit that nigga like, I said, oh, when he scored, I said, oh, it might be bad after this, man. What's the nigga scoop? You get a successful scoop off?
Oh, wait.
That's why you gotta be trained in jiu-jitsu, so you be prepared for shit like that.
You know, Kobe was a young one when that happened.
He was a young mustache. This when Kobe was a young mustache. He ain't had that grown man strength yet, man. You know, shout out to Reggie, man. You know what I'm saying? Reggie always been one of my favorite players, man, just because when it comes to that court, he used to spray niggas with them threes. He was as cold, and he was not no hoe, man.
Definitely not.
The league ain't nothing like that now. You niggas could never do nothing like that. Everybody on the team it'll be the season to get canceled. That's like, fuck, we ain't playing no more basketball. I want to fight. No, I'm just, that's wild though. That's some wild shit to say right there too, though, because that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But let's go though, man.
We was playing against Orlando, and Shaq I was playing with Houston. Shaq was like, goddamn, something happened, and we got into it, and then Shaq, he said something, and I was like, oh, hey, big fella, what you said to me, motherfucker? And he said some shit like, oh, nigga, I'll knock your ass out. I said, oh, you gonna put your hands? I said, all right, after the game, I'll tell you where I got you. After the game, I got you. You big motherfucker, you ain't never put your hands on me. So after the game, I had that tool. I walk around outside that locker room with that goddamn tool. I had that tool walking around outside that locker room. They talking about, Max, go ahead with all that bullshit now. Go on now, that man ain't, just go on, get on out of here now. I had that motherfucker in my hand. I was ready. but Shaq, you know, I love you though. You know, I won't. That's some
oh shit. Yeah. That's old shit, Shaq.
Yeah, Shaq, that's old shit. One time.
Hold on, you can't up the jaw on a nigga and say it's old shit though, bro. Nigga, you up, hey, bro, you up pipe on me, bro. It's on for life, nigga. You hear me, bro?
Right.
You're gonna up the jaw, you're gonna up the Roscoe on me, and I'm gonna just be like, oh yeah, it's cool. Nah, next time I see you, nigga, it's nigga. It's on sight. You hear me? Nigga Vernon Maxwell say, I got stuff for you. Shaq thought he's about to shoot the fairway.
Nobody.
Shaq ain't nobody about to fight your big 7'12" ass nigga. I wouldn't.
And Shaq back then had a lot of energy and was young boy. He was every bit of 350 pounds. Pure muscle, like a big gorilla ass nigga out there.
Man, I ain't about to fight no dude like Shaq, man. He was like 300 plus pounds, was 7'8". Was he like 7'8"?
He's 7'2", 7'3".
7'3", 7'3", nigga. That's
nigga fuck around, slap your head off your shoulders on accident.
Your whole face off, man. I don't fight no Shaq, man. I don't know Shaq now. He old, terrible. You might be able to get out on Shaq now, but Shaq back in them days, young boy Shaq.
Y'all seen what he was doing the backboards? He was doing that to machinery.
Destroying backboards, man. Tearing the whole damn rim down, man. Had to cancel games and shit. This nigga tore the damn rim up. I ain't nobody fight no dude like that, man. I'm not. And I'm very skilled. I could definitely defend myself, man, but not against no prime Shaq, though.
Part of being a great defensive person of yourself is knowing your limits as well.
You gotta know when to hold them, and you gotta know when to fold them, Jack. And prime Shaq, 22, 23.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody about to fight you, Shaq. I feel bad. I want to fight you. I got you, nigga. Because I'm the Roscoe.
Right. Straight up there.
I never heard Shaq tell that story, man.
I never heard that story either.
Shaq, you gotta tell that story, man.
I think Shaq can get him on the show. You know, Shaq has been more open lately. I ain't get a chance to watch it, but I did see him and Dwight Howard finally got to sit down that they did last week. So I'm gonna watch it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that this week because you know them two cats that had beef for a little while. So I heard it was a good interview. I'm gonna check it out. You know, we get some clips for that for next week too, y'all. You know, shout out to Shaq and Vernon, man. Vernon, man. Hey, he wasn't scared of nobody though. You know, because the run up on Shaq even with the heat is wild.
Holy 1, 2, 3 ZXC said Shaq a whole werewolf.
Bro, I'm leaving that nigga alone, man.
Definitely gonna have to up the Roscoe with a dude like Shaq, and that's a fact.
Oh, definitely.
Ain't nobody about to fight you, Shaq, man. Not back then. Maybe now though. Right now, man.
Even now, I ain't trying to test that dude.
We ain't trying to like go there with him though. But you know, if it did go there, you know, that's not Shaq that you're dealing with right now. Shaq, you're dealing with the bad knees, bad back, sponsorship. You know what I'm saying? Endorsement from Icy Hot Shaq, man. He got the shit on his knees, his back.
I'm gonna tell you this: just don't get in his grasp.
Yeah, if he grab a hold of you, it is an absolute wrap. You're not gonna be able to do anything. I'm gonna guarantee you that, man. I'm willing to put money on that, man. You feel me? Shout out to Vernon back, Uncle Vern, man. That's Uncle Vern, man. Yeah. You did. Well, what we about to do right now, though, y'all, we about to get to some E.N.E. You did?
Hey, y'all, update. Milwaukee got eliminated from the playoffs by Indiana.
Yeah, man. Man, we're gonna get to it, man. We're gonna get to it, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share on your social media, of course, E.N.E Sports. I got my brother King L's in the building. You know what I'm saying? Glitch is watching in the clouds. I don't know if you're gonna be able to tap in or not, but you know, if y'all want to tap in, just let me know. I'll drop that link. You know what I'm talking about? You understand what I'm saying? Hey, we about to listen to some of this E.N.E right here. Let's go, man. OTB. King L. The Summer is Mine. Go get it on YouTube right now. I'm about to drop the link in the chat. Let's go.
My inner vision led me to that pot of gold. Listen, it wasn't nothing sweet on this rocky road. On my paper like my moral, so it never got a fold. The legend of King Gale's greatest story never told. Yeah, I hear him talking. But if it ain't no action, what I supposed to put energy on? See me all day, every day, no days off. King. I hate when people speak about it, never played it. Trying to give you measurements and they ain't never had to weigh it. Listen, I can never trust if you're false to your favorite. Bunch of drug abusers getting spins on your playlist. They'll do anything for checks and the souls they gon' pay with. I play devil's advocate cause they be lying in your faces. So when they hating on your greatness, they're praising all the basics. I lace this. Can't compare Nikes to Aces. You can talk but don't touch it. Get found with the Lakers. I made this and Chef Ramsay infused the flavors. Take you higher than the altitude when you're playing it. So amazed with how we made it out this maze. But unfortunate amazement when the hater get blazed. But I'd rather be on islands, just clock up a shade tint. Sort of like my stepson's officially raised. But when it comes to a hater, it's nothing to say. Listen, my inner vision led me to that pot of gold. Listen, it wasn't nothing sweet on this rocky road. On my paper like my moral, so it never got a fold. The legend of King Gale's greatest story never told. Yeah, I hear him talking. But if it ain't no action, what I'm supposed to put energy on? Seeing me all day, every day, no days off. King. Listen, I ran with the players and I stood with the coaches. Now I'm eyeing on the shit, box seats, smoking roaches. Brands placing posters, hard work at the Hoshi. Just focus. We getting checks every time they quote us or watches. Timepiece on wrist, skip the watches. Can't deny this. Penthouse had to rise quick. Up in Dallas in the West and poolside on my high shit. The simple logic, learn more from the movie than the clip. Yeah, most homies click bait to the king sharp bait. Always stay true to yourself, never know hate. I see the closest homie change quick as leaves in the fall. Taking summer straight to winter, homie. I ain't trying to fall. Got that Reggie Lewis game. We gon' die trying to fall. It be hard to beat the game. Feel like the end of the movie saw. Everything we saw. The matrix of the raw. So until the next time, catch me chilling with the stars. Listen, my inner vision led me to that pot of gold. Listen, it wasn't nothing sweet on this rocky road. On my paper like my moral, so it never got a fold. The legend of King Gale's greatest story never told. Yeah, I hear him talking. But if it ain't no action, what I'm supposed to put energy on? It's E.N.E all day, every day, no days off. King.
Yeah. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. Of course, share on your social engineering. That was my brother King Els off of the classic E.N.E banger, The Summer Is Mine, man. Y'all think that link scrolling across the bottom of the screen and go get on my brother King Els music right there. You dig? Tap in and walk with us, man. We're getting straight to the next story. Man, I've seen this and I said, man, my man was out there feeling himself, man. All right. Making had Braun on clamps, nigga. Braun was salty as hell. He was mad as hell, man. Hey, Ant-Man really is the truth, though, man. I gotta give it to him, man. You know, I ain't no hater, man.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. Hey, I thought it was gonna take him one more year, but he said, "Fuck that, one more year." This year,
I'm going in, man.
Shout out to Ant-Man.
Man, I keep sending me stuff on Facebook. Keep doing that, bro. You just keep doing it too, man.
They be having the best clips, man. Gotta give Facebook, man. They be having all the little clips. I don't even know how to find them anywhere else.
Straight possessions where Ant is going up to LeBron, putting his hands in his chest, and these two competitors going at one another.
Olympic teammates this past summer. But LeBron's looking at the official, and the officials are letting them play.
They're playing that one type defense. Bro, they like that shit, man. They said, nigga, back up, nigga. Little nigga. He's sorry. They put his hands all in his chest. Look at Ant-Man out there bodying this nigga, man. Hey, man. What's going on, bro? You letting that little nigga body you like that, man? Ant-Man like my height. Like 6'4", 3'4". Yeah, he like my height. He's still little. He wouldn't been doing me like that. Bro, what's up with that $2 million a year on your body, man? You ain't supposed to let no 6'4" nigga do your big 6'8", 6'9" ass like that. 300 pounds, nigga, 280, whatever you is, nigga. Ant-Man look like he about my size, about 6'3", 6'4", 220, 230, something like that.
Yeah, that's exactly what he is.
Yeah. Bron can't fight, though. You can tell. Bron has no work. Zero. None.
Say non-existent.
You for around knock LeBron's ass out.
Bird said on accident, huh?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, LeBron's a big guy.
Very big.
6'8", 270, 280, some shit like that. You're a big dude.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm saying you could if you got hands. If you got work, like my size, most guys my size can't fight. I'm on average. You know what I mean? Average tall nigga
heavyweight round right there.
Average tall nigga probably gets sprayed. You feel me? Real shit. I ain't your average tall nigga. Ass kick for a nigga like me. But LeBron though, my man Ant-Man was out there giving LeBron the business, man. You could tell the frustration on LeBron's face because he was trying to body him back, but LeBron ain't really built like that though, man. I noticed over the years that LeBron, he really ain't like that for real though. Like, you know, like he big, he able to do what he do just because he's physically big. But you know, like when it comes to like arguments and fights and stuff, like have you seen LeBron getting into too many over his career?
He ain't never really got no fights.
When you seen LeBron doing what Jordan and Reggie was doing?
Not at all.
Never. It's never happened. You want to know why? Because LeBron's he too big to not be able to know. You ain't taking no boxing lessons or nothing, nigga. No wrestling, no nothing.
Yeah, because Bron could afford. I ain't gonna lie. It's been a couple times where I thought he was definitely warranted. Where shit, Bron couldn't afford getting kicked out a couple games to send a message to niggas. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes you ain't even got to be a tough guy to be on that type shit. Like,
nah, you ain't got to be a tough guy at all. Just be a goddamn man.
Yeah, you just gotta send a message sometimes. Like even the Draymond shit. I remember when they got him kicked out the series and all that. You know, when Cleveland came back and won the championship. Like Draymond, low key, was all up in his chest, and Draymond a lot smaller than Bron too. You know, and I was like, oh, yeah. Like if you really got a problem with him, you should have. Like you gotta at least push a nigga. Like I ain't saying you gotta be out there throwing hands, but
yeah, you ain't trying to start a fight and all that shit, but
defend yourself. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely defend yourself for sure.
You know what I mean? Defend yourself. That's all I can say. Bron can afford getting suspended by defending himself because one thing we could, people say that they want about Kobe, Jordan. Kobe, had the Chris Child situation. You had the Reggie Miller situation. Kobe, we heard about the Shaq, but one thing we do know is Kobe, at least, he gonna talk shit to you and he will.
And he gonna catch the fade.
Yeah, he gonna sit
there. He gonna
and
catch the fade. And Bing, you ain't about to just like whoop on Kobe.
Nah, he definitely went up on you.
Over.
Cause if y'all, like I said, next week we're gonna play the Kobe clip, but
yeah,
y'all remember Kobe is the one who threw hands first at Reggie. He just missed. He just missed both of them. He threw a 2-piece that he was too far away.
That shit would have connected, man.
Yeah, it would have been a different story, but Reggie was smart. Like Reggie explained it. He waited for it.
I about to sit up here and trade blows with you, dude.
Yeah, Reggie waited for it and straight
this shit over with. ASAP, bro. We ain't about to sit out here and be pity patting with the hand. All that, fuck all that. That's box. You go watch a boxing match. You want to see that shit.
I always tell y'all, man, especially y'all, older cats, see, I still got stamina, but see, even me, I ain't trying to fight on my feet. Like, we going to the ground on this one.
For sure.
Especially if you taller than me. Like, I'll throw a couple deflective 1-2 up top just to get your hands up, and we're going straight for the scoop, and we're going to get on this ground, and we're going to go from there. You know what I mean? And that's what
about
Reggie
how
did.
we want to go most of the time, Jack.
we get on this ground, and that height gets neutralized when you're on the ground.
You can tell that Ant-Man was like, "Oh, this nigga's sweet."
What's crazy is that's
he said, "Oh, LeBron, sweet."
That's what I was thinking too, Burge, because he definitely.
He was like, "LeBron, sweet." Touched him all in his, pushed him all in his chest and shit. Like, "Oh, you weak ass nigga."
Because I ain't gonna lie, if I was Bron, and Bron, like he said, he even admitted it. He said Bron way stronger than me because he was like the play forward. The reason I did that because he bodied me, got to the basket, and tried to get a layup. So I was like, "Fuck that! I'm showing him that I'm here."
Right.
And you ain't just gonna be pushing me around.
Yeah, it ain't about to be going down like that.
Brown should have pushed the fuck out of him and lifted him off his feet. You know what I mean? He could have got that quick technical foul.
Real quick.
You know what I mean? And it still would have been cool. They ain't kicking LeBron out no games. Like, So Brown could have lifted him off his feet. You gave him a hard-ass push and let him know you there too. But it didn't go that way. And that's why I think they lost the game too.
Down to the reason why he traded Luka. He traded Luka because he felt that the Dallas Mavericks were not going to be able to win a championship with Luka. We all know this. I didn't feel that way watching the game looking at Anthony Edwards. I'm saying to myself, Anthony Edwards is going to win a championship before Luka Doncic. Anthony Edwards is built different. Anthony Edwards is a better all-around basketball player than Luka Doncic. Now, I could come on here like I did earlier in the segment. I could blame J.J. Redick, rightfully so, for the minutes that he played LeBron James at 40 years old. But like I said, Luka is young. He should have been able to play those 24 minutes straight. Anthony Edwards did, and Anthony Edwards thrived in those minutes. And so when I look at what he's done and what he's doing, not only did he send KD home last year, he sent Jokic home last year. He's now about to send LeBron and Luka home this season because they're going to win this series. And think about this for a second. In the next round, he could possibly be facing Steph Curry. And guess what? What if he send them home, which he absolutely has a chance to send Steph Curry packing? This man is just built different. And it's not just about the 40-plus points and the assists and the rebounds. He defends his ass off. He wanted smoke with LeBron. He wanted smoke with Luka. That's what I like. He wanted smoke with Austin Reeves. I'm looking at Anthony Edwards and I'm saying to myself, he is a top 5 player in the game today. Today. If I'm starting a franchise, yes, we know we have Jokic, we have Giannis, we have those guys, but damn it, you better not overlook Anthony Edwards. And he has unlocked a different version of Julius Randle. I have not seen Julius Randle play this well in the postseason, even when he was with the Knicks. Anthony Edwards is different, top 5 player, and he's a better basketball player than Luka Doncic. We would never, ever have to question his condition.
Woo!
You with the perk, man. Rain Man, what's happening?
Yo, what's going on with you?
You hear what this nigga Perk just said?
Yes, sir. I just kind of tapped in here just now. But I think I caught like right when you turned it on, I think.
Right, man. Hey, I agree with
y'all talk about the Lakers series.
Nah, we are not necessarily the series. I'm pretty sure we're about to give them that, but we talking about Ant-Man versus Luka. You know what I'm saying? It is, Glitch. It is, man. Glitch, get your ass up here. I'll go first, man. Pause, man.
Let's get up here.
Glitch, get on up here because we got to get your take, cuz. Unless you can't, then that's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I agree, man. Don't get me wrong, man. Luka's a great player, but man, when we talking about all around game, Ant-Man is the best, man. And versus Wembyana, I think they should have made him the face of the league. Personally, that's my personal. I think we discussed that prior or before, L, and we came to that conclusion that we think Anthony Edwards is a better look for being the face of the NBA versus Wembyana.
Y'all said who's a better look?
Anthony Edwards. Even with all the baby mamas stuff going on.
I'm gonna give you one better. I think SGA.
Yeah.
SGA Scott squeaky clean, and he picked the fashion world love him. He got a big following with like the fashion industry and all that. And
I'll be forgetting about SGA.
He ain't got no rumors or no drama. Or
all the way right about that.
Any MVP level.
Yeah. I think why they want to, and of course we want to keep American players as, the forefront, so I guess when we get somebody like Anthony Edwards, especially coming off with like the Brown and Curry era, but I get it. And I'm still not going to knock, Wemby because Wemby is different. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know what the nigga's like, 7'6".
I think he's like 7'3" or something like that.
7'3" something. He's just crazy, man.
It's dumb.
It's crazy what he does. But I think the reason why we kind of took him out of the conversation is because he took himself out of the conversation when he said he didn't want to be face of the league.
Right.
But I agree with Court. When we look at what SGA has did these last 2 years, the overseas players is they come in with squeaky clean images,
Right.
Even Luka, as bad as we harp on Luka, the only thing that I got with Luka is that Luka don't play on defense, and that's the same thing I got an issue with Jokic. As that when you look at all around game, it's hard to like offensively, yeah. They got that European style. They the most fundamentally sound people in the league. When you look at the footwork, the passing, the offensive way that they able to get buckets and create, yeah. We talking offensive players, Luka and Jokic, you know what I mean? Creativity. But when we talk about all around players, like Herc said, that wants to smoke on defense, I was even surprised to see Anthony Edwards guard LeBron because them two ain't even the same position.
I'm gonna say this though. The NBA, the unfortunately the American players, they're not doing themselves no favor because before Anthony Edwards, it was really set up to be Ja. The kids love Ja. Like nobody. He had the number one selling jersey. He had that explosive dunk factor that everybody loved to see. You know what I mean? Jumping out the gym. He got that edge to him. But unfortunately, the
like an NBA YN.
Right. You can't get caught up in certain shit if you want to be the face of the league. So, and then Anthony Edwards was really the next up, and he got the resume he's building. He might be able to say here in a minute that he didn't knocked out his two favorite players out the playoffs in the first round. Right. And that's significant because there ain't no young Nick. There ain't nobody. Honestly, I don't know if there's nobody in the NBA that can say that, but it definitely ain't nobody in the young generation that can say they knocked out KD and LeBron. And so to say you knocked out KD and LeBron, and Joker, you was just in the Western Finals. Those are 3 MVPs. All 3 got championships. You got 3 championships, 3 Finals MVP players, and he knocked them both out. Arguably back-to-back years if the Lakers do what we most of us look like it's about to happen. And then if he just simply had his outside shit together, he ain't gotta be perfect, but he's like super reckless, like he just don't care, and that ain't gonna work for the face of the league. Like you gotta have some type of care about the image. for them to really put you on all these commercials and all these sponsors getting behind you and the kids to support you and all of that. So now you got people where the moms don't want to. I'm literally hearing moms don't want to buy Edwards jersey because he's a deadbeat dad. So, you know, that's going to be a knock. And then so after that, I don't know who's next. Like, I'm not sure. I mean, Jason Tatum honestly should really be in this conversation. Because
I feel like him or Jaylen Brown. Like I feel like Jaylen Brown don't get the look just because he's an anti. You know how he is. He's political.
He's not gonna get the knock. The same reason why Kyrie would never get the same reason why Kyrie wasn't on Team USA. Let's just call it what it is. Kyrie should have been on there before Halliburton.
Yeah, but Halliburton, I ain't gonna lie. Halliburton must have heard when people call him overrated. What he just did.
Hey, he cooked Giannis for game tonight. Cooked him for game. Cooked him for game to the point where the dad had Giannis ready to fight the dad and everything. Like he cooked him for game.
Hey, Giannis is ready to fight, wasn't he?
Now the dad was a little out of control. Though. He's all in the play. I don't like when like we gotta be fans, stay fans though. Y'all don't need to be on the court trying to mingle with the players in the midst of that. See, that's how you get knocked out. Now, if Giannis if he was an Anthony Edwards type nigga, that might knock his ass out. That might not have went smooth. Giannis is the type of dude, he's a little level-headed. He can still snap on you, but he's still level-headed. But you do that with like a Rasheed Wallace or someone that never tolerated him like that with nobody's father running out on the court. He'd have got cleaned out like Ron Artest did the niggas from Detroit, man. So you gotta be careful, man. But yeah, Rob, who would you say, bro? Who would you say is next up face of the league, bro? Like if you had to say by all the criteria that it needs to be the face of the league, who we got as the face of the league, man?
I mean, I think it should be E.N.E, but
it feels
probably,
like
it's probably more so leaning towards now anyway, a little towards Shea.
Yeah,
you know,
I think so. I know he's Canadian, but
I just feel like Shea needs just a little bit more personality. That's the only thing I'll say that.
Yeah, man, he give off big square vibes, man.
He's actually very arrogant.
Yeah, he is.
He's actually extremely. If you actually really listen to what he say, he be saying stuff like, "Well, y'all know I'm gonna get a bucket. Y'all know who I am."
Right.
Like he's definitely on that type of time. I'm not gonna say he ain't got no personality. He got like it's just
don't express it.
It's not the rah in your face, but he feel like he that guy, and he will. I mean, if you ask SGA, he's probably the best player in the league, and he's gonna tell you like, "Can't nobody stop me?" Like, "Can't nobody stop me?" Like, flat out, like.
And I agree with him on that. That boy, nice.
He wouldn't be lying all the way. So, respect with this dude. Nah, man, SGA is a monster. Though. Like I said, I gotta say though, man, it's a lot of young talent in the league right now. I gotta say that, man. And it's not that it's hard to say who the best, but when you say who the best, when you talk about Anthony Edwards, Shea Gill, you know what I'm talking about, Josh, people like that. I mean, it's kind of hard to be like who's the best out of all of them, man. They all is, I think, to some degree equally or great or shine in their own way that they do individually. You know what I'm talking about? It's good that a lot of different young players could be a candidate for face of the league. I'm gonna just say that.
Oh yeah, no, it's the young NBA is in good shape. Like all our favorite top players, the Currys, KDs, LeBron, they could all retire today. The NBA in great shape. Like,
and you know what's crazy, Court? It's still to me like, yeah, we got the young cats, but when you see what like the years that like Bron, KD, and Curry had, all being what is KD the youngest out of all of them?
I believe so.
Curry's 37, Bron's 40, and I don't know how old KD is, but I'll probably say
let me look that up to be sure. It's him or Curry, but I think it might be Curry actually. Let me see.
Curry's 37. I don't think KD is 37.
KD is 36.
Okay.
KD will be 37 in September.
How old is Kyrie? Because Kyrie actually
33,
this
34.
season. Because this season, I ain't gonna lie.
Kyrie just turned 33.
Hey,
yeah.
Prior to this injury this year, Kyrie was out here cooking niggas. So, like prior to the injury, AD. And AD also, I think a lot of people leave. I was just having this conversation with somebody earlier where they was trying to knock KD. I'm like, man, I mean AD. I was like, AD was having an MVP number season prior to his injury.
It was the best season of the Lakers.
Yeah. Like, we can't leave AD out the conversation. And I think, like Court said, the league is in great hands because, shit, when you think about it, Kyrie going to play another, like, 7 years. You know, he going to get his time in. And, man, we in a good space right now, man. And with a cat like LeBron, I don't see LeBron kind of declining very far from where he's at right now. Like, Brown could probably go 3-4 more years. Curry look like he's still tip-top. You know what I mean? Go 5-7 years. Like, these players could play longer now.
I think KD going to retire for Curry and Brown.
Actually, I feel like KD could keep playing because KD's game doesn't warrant a lot of wear and tear.
But he seems like he get hurt the most out of them three.
I feel like KD, if anything, his love, he might lose love for the game before a lot of these guys.
KD got
as much as he loves the game.
Well, because he keep being in losing situations, that get old after a minute. That's why Carmelo was ready to be. That he did that last little run with Brown and them, but really Carmelo was really like, all right, I'm obviously not about to win no shit. Like, fuck, I'm gonna roll with my nigga 1 year. If this don't work, I'm done. I think KD's kind of getting because you know he done been on like 3-4 straight bad situations, man. You know, so we gonna see. But yeah, it's interesting. I think the league is in good shape, man. I will say though, Ant win this series, you got to put him at the top of the young niggas, though, man. I mean, I guess if SGA win MVP, it'd be them too for sure. It got to be.
SGA has to win a chip, though. I feel like. I don't know. I feel what you're saying. I do feel that. I just because Ant has, like you said, he has taken out all the top guys.
Yeah, man. Only person left is Curry for him. If we might get to see that because I think that's who's next.
Yeah, that's the next series.
So I mean, come on, he could be going on. We might see him knock out consecutively Joker, KD, LeBron, Curry, bro. That'd be 4 Finals MVPs, 4 league MVPs, 4 champions. I don't know. Wow. That's an amazing resume.
That's a resume right there. Huh? Ain't nobody gonna have it.
But he gotta win it too. He can't keep doing all that and losing. He gotta do all that and then still win it though.
That's a hell of a resume, though.
A phenomenal
resume, man. Let's go. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. E.N.E every day, no days off. You feel me? Let's go.
Edwards hits a pair. And James yelling at Gobert. Finney Smith with a little shove. Boy, LeBron James was really hot. Gobert does not seem bothered by any of it. Officials getting
Wow. That should be reviewed as a flagrant, in my opinion.
Now James kind of a shoulder shove, but that's above the shoulder.
That's the initiation of a box out. The extra stuff is at the back of the neck.
Edwards.
I think LeBron said, "Oh."
That's why I say LeBron got to just slap the shit out of one of these niggas one time, man. LeBron owes somebody a slap in the fucking face.
Definitely, man. Somebody got to get shoulder check to the ground.
It might be too late because he's older, but LeBron definitely owes a nigga a slap to the face, man. he owes one of these little niggas.
Yeah, it's been over. It's over before it started. Told you this is a flawed team. When they get eliminated in the first or second round, which they will, it'll add more to the rhetoric that LeBron James is not as good as he thinks he is. This is one of the great failures, again, in the NBA, because everyone talked about LeBron and Luka can't stop both of them. And the Minnesota Timberwolves on Wednesday night are going to end the series in LA. And then we can listen again to how LeBron James didn't have enough guys around him, because that's what the story is going to be. And I'm here for all of it. And watch this. A big ass swallow because I want it. I'll take it. Oh, baby, stir it.
Hey, yo.
Stir it and take it home.
What did you just say?
Yeah, it's been over. It's over before it started.
Hey, yo. That was wild. All right. Damn. Hey, man, it is what it is, man. It's a wrap for the Lakers, man. Smash that like a click of the bell.
That dude's a clown, though.
Hey, yo.
He's a clown, though. But, hey, man.
I disagree with that take, though. I don't think that niggas was saying that. I don't think niggas really had the Lakers as favorites. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know niggas would have. I think a lot of people felt like it may be next year. I don't know if a lot of people felt like they
We got Dalton in the building.
In the middle of the season and just win it all. I mean, it could. Is it possible? But I don't know. I probably looked at Lakers as like second or third option in the West because OKC I think turned that corner. Now I would say this though: if the Lakers would have got that big man from Charlotte that they was supposed to get, and they got, I think that's what they missing, and then I think they would have been in that conversation for sure.
All right. Yeah, what's going on?
I feel like, man, you know, I had the Wolves pick to win it. I hadn't picked to win it in 6. But you know, but you know what, Verge? One thing we could go, like I said, that's why I always say I love the podcast, because I said when they got Luka, and everybody said, you know, it for one, it's too early to see who won the trade. But what I was also telling people is that I didn't feel like the Lakers made a smart trade, because I felt like AD was still the best situation for the Lakers. And the style that LeBron likes to play, whether you say that Luka could take Bron off the ball because he's getting older, LeBron didn't need to be off the ball as much as they needed that defensive rim protector. And they needed, you know, AD could get you 30 points and he could protect the rim, which is what they're having issues with right now. I felt like all they needed to do was add like a center. You know, AD asked for a center. He didn't want to be the center. He wanted to be a power forward so he could roam around a little bit more and open up his game, which is what we kind of seen what he did in Dallas with Gafford and Lively being the center roles. And I think the Lakers just, you know, they pulled the trigger too quick. But also, the Lakers, I think, is looking more towards staying relevant in the future after Bron. You know, we don't know how long Bron's going to be in the league. So I think that's where their goal was. But I feel like they could have still kept AD, because AD's not an old player. Like, I feel like, you know, when you look at it, everybody trying to say like AD was hurt. But I'm looking at it, last season, LeBron only played 55 games and Luka only played 50 games. AD played like 76 games last year. He only missed like 6 games last year. So to say that, yeah, he got hurt this year on a freak accident, but he actually played all last season. It was LeBron and Luka who didn't play that much last year. So I just didn't get it. The justification didn't make sense to me. The jury's still out on who won the trade. I do feel like with the full team, if we look at both full teams on paper, I would still take Dallas as a whole over the Lakers, just because when Dallas has everybody, got Gafford, Lively, AD, you know, they added little small forward cat that I like. You got Kyrie, you know, if he ain't get hurt this year, he's gonna come back next year. Klay Thompson, you got a lot of championship DNA with Klay Thompson, AD, and Kyrie. A lot of good role players. Hey, Man, Dallas is gonna be a problem next year. You know, a lot of people they already looking past. I hear people like start mentioning next year and all this.
Why?
I'm like,
you said it's okay to talk sports, but you ain't supposed to get personal. It don't get more personal than when Kevin Gates said that had absolutely nothing to do with sports. At least Stephen A was talking about sports. But LeBron fans, why didn't your king have the same energy for Kevin Gates he had for Stephen A. Smith? Don't tell me he was scared. I know he wasn't scared, was he?
Oh God. So now niggas is supposed to fight everybody that could say something slick to him. Come on. If LeBron ran over there and punched the nigga, everybody would say how dumb he is, and you blew the playoffs, you got thrown out, you wasn't smart, like you stooped to his level. Like you can't win these situations on the internet, man. The internet is always gonna be some wild thing. That would be the dumbest thing in athletic history to get mad. Honestly, if you really think about it, he actually didn't say nothing bad about LeBron. The only thing he says, he feel like his wife doesn't look at him the way the white women look at him. I don't know if that's nothing to really even. I don't know. I mean, he didn't actually say anything bad about LeBron. He kind of was low key glazing LeBron. Like he talked about he wished that he want women to look at him like the white women look at LeBron. That was a wild statement.
That was a super wild statement.
They don't love you like I love you. Wait, they don't love you like I love you. Say, wait, they don't love you like I love you. Wait, they don't love you like I love you. Say, wait, they don't love you like I love you. Wait, they don't love you like I love you. Say, wait, they don't love you like I love you. Wait, they don't.
That's our era right there, man. You know what I'm talking about? Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. I got my brother King Els, my brother Ray, man. E.N.E every day, all day, no days off. And we about to get to this song right here. Let's go. We got some E.N.E classics.
Damn, Remy got caught with another young nigga and got Easy to Block broke up with her too.
Are you serious?
That is wild.
From the next time, dub for the high cocaine. From the next time, dub for the high cocaine. What more can I say? I gave reflections of it all. 552 Ashburton, where it started off. First off, Trill Bars, R.I.P. to my pops. Real talk, dirty talk, scorch everywhere, hot. Let's see where this thing can take us. What you make us, what you make us, what you make the catches. Way you burn, dirty, we can mention now the cake it every day. Our birthday, switching up the flavor to be living by no labels in the backyard with the Lakers. Why they hate us, cause we major, unprotected with a laser. Get your blazers, start with layers, soon you shoot it from the players. The OGs ain't no G, and when the created do crime. Good to see that OG was an 06, they gon' see you do time. From the next time, third quarter, half whole game. From the next time, third quarter, half whole game. From the next time, third quarter, half whole game. From the next time, third quarter, half
now on top of this hard shit, don't hit me, nigga. I'm God. Yeah. Federation, the killer shit, like get fly club. Yeah, I got me a membership. Cocaine flow. Let me settle a little bit. Let me stick to the game, yo. Bad white bitch, got ass though. Now I'm happy as James just to play in this damn snow. A little jumpy, rolling up the pint of smoke. Still farmers and leaves. I'm January cold. Still cooking the street. My shit hibachi, oh. I ain't met a chick yet that had to tell me no. Now I have them strung out. All they need is some rehab. I'm a walking brick. The same keys that me had. That's what I spit. This dope shit and some low shit. Some low ass sick. Almost sick, yeah, been up in my bag. Niggas copy my old shit. $1 million swag, bitch, I feel like the old bitch. Bitches from my past, they ain't nothing but old shit. Dead presidents, I keep bringing up old shit. I'm on another level, anemic and cold shit. And we don't fuck with them, but them niggas cold shit. Glitch, nigga.
Yeah. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. And of course, sharing your social engineering. E.N.E every day, all day, no days off. We're about to get to another banger. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. You already know what it is, man. We here.
Tomorrow's never promised, always keep it honest. You can hit the streets, talk, dance for dirty comments. Made it out, PTSD, just a little trauma. This is how the shit designed, couldn't even blame my mom. What you see when you staring in the mirror, forever gone. Sometimes the memories make me tear up. We try to tell them from my heart, said they couldn't hear us. Stay fly like the cigars while the live up. OG still in the game, making hits in the school holes. Now I play beats, telling little boys to food clothes. Unified with glass, they collecting the cash. Used to roll down the Ave, pocket bitches and bad. They selling purple. Before I got kicked up out of Central State, just wanted food and money, trying to eat, make a way. See today, never play, make it come, Honda late. When in my state, now king straight to play. Brief reminders for the lanes that forgot the stats. Love my jeans like my bees, so I kept them both black. Always kept the flame lit, motherfuckers know that. If you can't take what you give, man, that shit is so whack. Tomorrow's never promised, always keep it honest. You can hit the streets, talk, dance for 30 commas. Made it out, PTSD, just a little trauma. This is how the shit designed, couldn't even blame my mom. Handheld weight scales, Alizé, Hennessy, couple Optimals. I was left in the pelly bells, out the cold while the niggas seeing green. All I seen is gold. Praises the most high, I never sold my soul. How they feel comfortable speaking down on your name around the niggas. Michelangelo Caravaggio, I found the pictures. In the firm of all work, they burn the pictures. Loyalty of past time, call it baseball pitches. Never chase y'all bitches, bitches chase all riches. Those words from my pops, call them big down scriptures. Rose up in the trenches, skip past the benches. Always started in the skinny, got around statistics. As time keep ticking, the streets unforgiving. Like it ain't hard enough trying to dodge your system. Got these jealous motherfuckers wanna knock you off the square. Keep your circle tight, stay protected, plus forever prepared. Tomorrow's never promised, always keep it honest. You can hit the streets, talk, dance for dirty comments. Made it out, PTSD, just a little trauma. This is how the shit designed, couldn't even blame my mama.
Yeah. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. My brother King Els, man, we better get right back to it, man. You already know what it is, man. E.N.E every day, all day. No days off. Let's go. You did playoffs. Oh. High Desert was good with you, man. The Quay, baby, what's happening with you? Yeah, a couple of them is definitely smash worthy though. You know.
What did you say?
I said a lot of them chicks on the team is smashable, but some of them absolutely are not.
What are you talking about?
Oh, hold on. See, I'm tripping. Let me sit here and do this. My bad, y'all. That's my bad.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't know what he was talking about.
Okay, I'm gonna start this over. My bad, y'all. I thought I had it on the screen.
See the beauty in there. Bro looks like a beautiful ass Cam Johnson. Pat, but take her on the
I was like, I don't even know what Bird's talking about over here. I'm over here. I'm getting off this tequila a little bit.
The beauty in there. Bro looks like a beautiful ass Cam Johnson. Pass, but take her on the 2-man. Smash. Smash. A pass here. But I feel like you know how to roll a Dutch really good. Pass. I don't think this is the best picture, but we're just using what's on their website. That chin's kind of crazy, but so am I. Smash. Maybe the GOAT of this team so far? Smash. I'm kind of conflicted about this one. It's not you, it's me. Pass. Looks like she drinks a lot of water. That's good. Smash. Oh no. This one just really doesn't do it for me. Pass. Yeah, I would here. This is a smash. Like, accolades aside, a pass, but since she's the GOAT, we have to smash. I'll let her dunk on me, to be honest with y'all. And every team gets the privilege of having a coach that we can smash. And we're smashing Becky Hammon. We're here to find the most smashable WNBA team. The Las Vegas Aces get a B. Smash. Smash. I can see it. I can see the beauty in there. Bro looks like a beautiful ass Cam Johnson. Pass, take her on the 2-man. Smash. Smash. Pass here. But I feel like you know how to roll a Dutch really good. Pass. I don't think this is the best picture, but we're just using what's on their website. That chin's kind of crazy, but so am I. Smash. Maybe the GOAT of this team so far? Smash. I'm kind of conflicted about this one. It's not you, it's me. Pass. Looks like she drinks a lot of water. That's good. Smash. Oh no. This one just really doesn't do it for me. Pass. Yeah, I would here. This is a smash. Like, accolades aside, a pass, but since she's the GOAT, we have to smash. I'll let her dunk on me, to be honest with y'all. And every team gets the privilege of having a coach that we can smash. And we're smashing Becky Hammon. We're here to find the most smashable WNBA.
My man said it looks like she know how to roll a Dutch.
Definitely like she had the Dutch fingers, man.
That was classic.
That was I like dude, man.
He doing one for every WNBA team. That shit was hilarious.
The coach is smashable, though. Becky Hartman.
Becky.
That was shit.
He said she definitely looks like she knows how to roll a Dutch.
That was a crazy statement. He told bro, he said bro like a beautiful Cam Johnson. That was crazy too. I didn't know how I felt about that statement.
I know that was definitely borderline.
Time in the WNBA standings challenge, we're presenting the first triple smash. This team's pretty fired. There's always one on each team that's the thuggish one.
New York Liberty got some on there.
Honestly, a little gap never hurt nobody. Smash. Look, I know this isn't her best picture, but honestly, it's a pass for me regardless. I'm going to go ahead and pass here as well. I understand if you pass here, but for me, she's 6'5", I'm 6'3". I feel like we fuck around, make a lineman smash. They got the foreign baddie. Hold on, double smash. Look, they actually have a coach we could consider. And honestly, I'm smashing. I'm going to move the Liberty in the first place here with that triple and the double smash. Follow along as we do all 12 WNBA teams. Smash. Smash. But she kind of looks like an allergic reaction. Pass. Respectfully. Pass. Smash. Almost a double, but not quite, but we're definitely smashing. I'll pull right on them ears. Smash. Smash with the
Who was she?
Yeah, they all play for the Liberty. It's all he doing it by the whole team, so it's all Liberty players.
This chick right here is all right.
Chain on, but I think this deserves an Instagram inspection. Okay, yeah, this was a great call to.
Is this the same girl?
Yeah, that's what. Yep.
Well, she look good right there.
Respect, because for the first time in the.
That's her too.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
WNBA standings challenge. We're presenting the first triple smash. This team's pretty.
She looked like she. Woo,
Isabel, she was playing for Chicago last year. Yeah, she was one of those.
Harrison, boy.
Yeah, Isabel got
Fire,
game.
to be honest with you. Smash. There's always one on each team that's the thuggish, ruggish bone, and we're just going to respectfully pass. Honestly, a little gap never hurt nobody. Smash. Look, I know this isn't her best picture, but honestly, it's a pass for me regardless. I'm going to go ahead and pass here as well. I understand if you pass here, but for me, she's 6'5", I'm 6'3". I feel like we fuck around, make a lineman smash. And they got the foreign baddie? Hold on, double smash. Look, they actually have a coach we could consider. And honestly, I'm smashing. I'm going to move to Liberty in the first place here with that triple and the double smash.
He said, honestly, I'm smashing.
What if one day could change everything?
Smash that like button. Put the rest of the page. Talk about that we here, man.
What's up, y'all? Smart Self Swally, that dude. Let's talk about Shedeur Sanders slipping to the 5th round. People are still perplexed by this. What a disgrace. This has never happened before. How could this happen? Well, it was out there for us to see. People just didn't want to see it. If you're like me, you're fascinated by things that are hidden in plain sight. And this is one of those things that was being said, being predicted, but nobody wanted to listen. I wonder why. Let me take you back to a movie I saw a long time ago that said the anticipation of death is worse than death itself. Basically, they're saying you could be more scared of something than the actual thing that you're supposed to be scared of. Well, since I never died, I don't know if that's true, but I do know what's true in media today, especially sports media. Yeah, there's only one thing scarier than getting canceled. It's the fear, the anticipation of getting canceled. So that right there is the reason why a lot of people didn't hear that Shedeur Sanders was going to slip in this draft. Well, let me break it down for you, because a lot of people got caught up in traditional sports media where everybody was scared to tell the real, right? And I'm going to break this down all the way down to the compound. Let me give you a story. Mel Kiper, when I was coming out, 1997, had me gassed up to think that I was going to go 15th in the draft. Yeah, because around number 15, best available players, my name popped up. So somewhere around 15, I was supposed to go. You know where I went? Y'all know that, Wikipedia, right? 52. That's about a 7-hour difference. But the point is, I'm not picking on Mel Kiper. It's just, y'all got to know the difference between the real and the fake, from the hype and the reality. So I'm going to break this down into two factions and then give you some evidence. There's black sports media and there's white sports media that are both dealing with this issue of being canceled, or the fear of being canceled, that backlash. Black media, oh man, they ain't going to say nothing about Shedeur Sanders. They ain't go there on Shedeur Sanders. They ain't say it with their chest. You want to know why? In general. I know there was a few examples. I saw Swagoo go there a couple times, but most of them didn't, because they scared to lose their black card. Oh yeah, ain't nothing worse than when you go to that mixer, to that party, to that function, and everybody looking at you like, I thought you were down.
Hey man, dude be crazy, man, right here, man.
Oh yeah, he cooking right now. Because he telling the truth. That's exactly what I'll be telling people about the media, man, especially sports media. What's good from high from the desert? Oh yeah, let him cook, Verge. He about to get into
it. I seen it. Oh yeah, they try to come at me with that. I'm like, dog, if you don't like me for telling the truth, I never liked you anyway. You ain't gonna make me feel bad. But I've seen that at play, and it certainly has made some people race bait and sucker them into telling lies, or worse than that, hiding the truth. Oh, and then there's white media. Oh yeah, y'all not absolved of it either, because y'all scared to be called racist. Yeah, don't be insensitive to the plight of the black quarterback by telling the truth. You got to be indebted to the history of that position and never, ever reveal exactly the truth. Well, that's not all white media, because there are people in the white media that were talking about this, like Swagoo was in the black media. Let me give you an example. His name is Albert Breer. I don't know if you know who he is, but he predicted that Shedeur Sanders would slip out of the first round in his latest mock draft, which was on April 24th. But let's go deeper than that. as they say, are you an outcast? Because Albert Breer did go deeper than that. He said, and this was weeks ago. I'm sorry, April 14th was weeks ago. Shedeur Sanders not viewed as first-round talent by some personnel as the draft nears, and he kept updating it. Don't be reading my emails. Let's go. Listen to this, y'all. When the NFL decision makers are on the clock, they got a decision to made about Shedeur Sanders, but they say he'll have to wait a beat to hear his name called. All right, so Breer wrote, he's having a really hard time finding coaches or scouts who believe Sanders is a first-round talent. Did y'all hear that? What I keep hearing, and this has nothing to do with anyone having some personal issue with Sanders or looking for him to fall in the draft so they can draft him. Basically, they're not trying to play poker. They said this, is that he isn't a great athlete on tape, doesn't have exceptional arm talent, and too often does things that simply won't translate to the NFL game. Okay, let's keep going. I'm not picking on anybody. The truth sets you free. He then said how Sanders reacts when he's under pressure versus Ole Miss prospect Jackson Dart, citing the observation from a coach. When you watch those two under duress on tape, you see Dart moving forward and Sanders moving backward. That essentially means that where Dart will climb the pocket, Sanders will bail out the back of it and run away from defenders to create time to throw. It's a little thing, but to this coach, it was an example of how Dart's game may translate to the NFL better.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Let's play the next clip. Let's play the next clip.
That's what I'm about to do right now, man.
Before we get to the discussion.
Page, man.
Let's play the old state legend. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Let's play the old state legend.
Well, a number of things happened. The number one thing that didn't happen was there was not a collusion message with the NFL owners.
Okay. What? Okay. A lot of people think that.
Because they wouldn't be able to keep a secret like that. And
so they might do it, but they couldn't shut up about it.
They wouldn't be able to shut up about it. But every owner is very, very selfish. Now, why would I do something to my detriment? Like if I need a quarterback and I think this kid is it, what he didn't realize is the guys that have fallen in the draft before, they all had unusual traits. Like they had some superstar qualities to them. Now, some other things happened that made them fall, but Shedeur and his family, they overplayed their hand. Them thinking that he was in the same evaluation mode as Eli Manning, they didn't play that right. Them trying to narrow the teams that he was going to go to, that didn't do right. Not working out at the combine, that wasn't the right thing. His interview process, obviously he could have done a lot better in that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people left that meeting, felt he was very, very entitled.
Which meet? Like, because they said Brian DeBall, Giants coach, had said he didn't like the meeting. He asked him, he had some book, was his playbook or something he was supposed to know, and he said he felt weird about it. I don't know who else said they didn't like the meeting with him, or were just people behind the scenes saying they did.
Well, the thing about it, they didn't draft him.
I know that.
So it's not the tape, and he likes guys to be a little more open before he lets it go, and he doesn't have a big time arm. He's not a big guy. He's not overly athletic.
Mm-hmm.
So his measurables are not, say, first round measurables, but he played football like a first rounder.
But his tape is first round tape, but his measurables are not first round measurables.
Well, you don't play football all the time. You're a human being the rest of the time. And how you're going to be in the locker room, how he already came up with this line of merchandise, legendary, like he's already calling himself legendary. All those things are problems. Right now, he's working check to check, man. Like he's not going to get a big signing bonus. There's not going to be a big guarantee. Any day they want to get rid of him in the week, they can get rid of him.
Don't we think Shedeur is smart enough to know he's not at Jackson State and he's not at Colorado?
No.
You don't think so?
I listened to too many of his answers. I saw too many of the outtakes. I saw too many times he was working out with other players, and he said things that I thought were highly questionable for my franchise quarterback.
So like what?
When he was working out with Cam Ward, him and Cam Ward, the number one pick.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you want to cut a rap video together? No, I want to be known as a football player.
And he's like, what do you do for fun? He's like, I play football. Like,
why?
Hey, man. Very controversial, man. I see where he going with this, man. You know what I mean? Court, man, what's your take on this, man?
I mean, so yeah, the Shador Sanders thing. I was surprised that he slid as far as he slid. First of all, I didn't think he was going to slide no fifth round. Obviously, none of the analysts thought that. Nobody thought that. I never seen it. He was in talks of being like in a top 5 pick at one point to not even going into the 5th round. It was just insane. So I think partially it was he might have thought he was better than what the NFL looked at him as, the teams looked at him as. But I also think they did try to send a message though, because it was almost too blatant though. Because you can't tell me that I mean, Deion Gabriel is not better than Shador Sanders. But the same team took him, which also is weird. So it was just like, and then ironically, I don't know if y'all remember this. This is another reason why I kind of feel like it could be some setup going on, because Shador was big on going to the Giants, and he had wore the Giant cleats in that last game and all that. And that was a big deal. They was like, oh, he arrogant, he already acting like he going 3rd pick, and all that. And then Deion came out and made that statement that he felt like he didn't want nobody to draft him, especially Cleveland. He particularly didn't want Cleveland to draft him. And he kind of tried to pull Eli, how Eli did with the Chargers, how Archie came out and said, we don't want my son. We're not going to San Diego. Don't draft him. He gonna hold out. So Deion basically just kind of did a little Archie Manning, and everybody just hated that. And then ironically, the one team that drafted him, and this is why I feel like the storyline come in, is the Browns, who he vehemently said he didn't want that one particular team to draft him. So I think it's real interesting how it went down. Now, I do understand what Chris Carter is saying too. Because then I do wonder, like, all right, if I really do need a quarterback, what would incentivize me to, skip on somebody I think is really good? But I mean, it's just, there was nothing on film or even in the he had a real good combine. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he competed as high as some of the other quarterbacks at the combine too. So it's not like just the on field, so there wasn't really nothing to show for him to slide that far. So that's why I just feel like it was kind of weird. But it ain't gonna be nothing that can ever be proven. So it just, it's always gonna be a conversation piece at best,
L.
You know what? I looked at like what teams drafted. You look at the quarterbacks that got drafted before him. I don't see, like, even on Cleveland, he wasn't even the first quarterback drafted on Cleveland. And when you look at it, oh boy, he damn near with Gabriel for Oregon. That's who Cleveland got, right?
Yeah.
I mean, shit, they about damn near the same size. They both undersized quarterbacks. So a lot of people got to understand the quarterback position. I know a lot of people don't understand the quarterback position. So I get it. It's easy to kind of pull the wool over people's eyes that don't really watch the game and all that. But we talking about 6-foot quarterbacks, which is a rarity in the league, for one. Even super athletic. You go back to like Steve Young. It's very rare you get 6-foot quarterbacks that, are very successful in the league. Also, you look at the accomplishments of the quarterbacks that was drafted before him. We can't really get no arguments there. I heard people get mad because Will Howard from Old State, who just fresh off a championship, was getting criticized for getting drafted before Shador. And I'm like, well, hold up. Like, Will Howard is literally fresh off a fucking championship. And we over here saying that Shador should get drafted over Will Howard, who played for the best college football team and led them to the championship, and had a fucking dominant season the year before at Syracuse before he even came to O State. One of the most dominant quarterbacks when we look number wise. He went to the Steelers. I don't, you know, I get why people kind of was mad, but I also, when I looked at actually what the Browns drafted, if it was already in place that, you know, they was going to have him go to the Browns, it made sense because you get an offensive lineman to protect him. That should be your first pick, which is what they did. You got to get somebody to protect these little quarterbacks because they drafted 2 little ass quarterbacks. You look at their roster, they got 5 quarterbacks. They also got an old guy that's about to flame out, Flacco, and then you got motherfucking Deshaun Watson is injured, so he might not even be starting the season, depending on how he is. So there's only one quarterback position, and you might be lucky to play the second and third one throughout the year. So the Cleveland Browns actually have 5 quarterbacks that they have to choose out of. So it's not even like Wiley said before, it's not even guaranteed he's even going to play for Cleveland like that. I don't know, man. I feel like when you look at what the Browns drafted, they drafted running backs to help support the cash. You got Chubb has been hurt. I don't think Kareem Hunt came back. So they drafted to their needs. He was the 4th pick for them. And if they already knew they was getting him, I look at LeBron's situation with Bronny. I almost look at it the same way. If they already knew they was going to get him, I'm going to get the players that I know that can kind of help complement our team first. And then if I get, you know, if he's going to come to our team regardless, then I just get him when we get him. Now, we're also the gamble there is another team could have selected him if they had needed a quarterback there. But there weren't that many quarterbacks that went in this draft like that. It wasn't like a quarterback heavy draft as well. Like this wasn't one of those, because if you look at even, you know, we get to my Bills here in a second. We didn't even, you know, we drafted all defensive linemen and cornerbacks and a receiver and a tight end. So, you know, I think teams drafted what they needed. So that's the only reason when I looked at, you know, I'm not a big draft guy anyway. I'm always you know, Court and Star, I could say, you know, even from when we all became friends, 30 plus years ago, these guys, they even had me where we used to know the whole fucking rosters of every fucking team and shit. Name for name. And I don't think that the draft is as important as it was back then because it's been so many first round busts. To me, it just don't feel like the draft is as important. So I'm always a guy, even the NBA draft. I don't care who you draft. It's about what you do when you get on that fucking field or on that court. You could go first round and be a fucking bust. We seen Tom Brady 6th round pick be the fucking greatest quarterback we ever seen in our lives. So it's about what you do when you get on that field. He's going to get an opportunity somewhere down the line for sure. And he's just going to have to show out and prove out. And that's what it's about. I don't care where you get selected. Just show me you could do what the fuck you got drafted to do. And he's a talented player. Because at Colorado, he ain't had no offensive line. Like, it was like as soon as he hiked the ball, he was getting damn near sacked. He had the most sacks. And it was difficult to really see his full potential on the field just given the team that he was on as well. So the tape don't help, you know. And I guess they said his private workouts that he didn't go to the combine, so we didn't get to see much out the combine that we would normally get to see. So all we had was his workouts that he did. And that was what he chose to do. You know, I feel like maybe he could have chosen to do a little more in the combine, go to the combine and all that. But like I said, to me, it's all about what you do on that field. When he get that opportunity, that's when he got to show out and he can shut everybody up and do that, you know. And that's how I feel. We'll see.
We'll see. We're about to get to some more E.N.E, man. King L's go, Russ. Let's go. Smash that like, click on the subscribe page. You know what I'm talking about? Link at the bottom of the screen. Go get all that King L's music. E.N.E every day, all day.
Look around, we the freshest in this motherfucker. Fancy corners, only ones that can touch us. All my niggas official, no, we don't need no crutches. We celebrating this life, my nigga cracking Dutchess. Look around, we the freshest in this motherfucker. Fancy corners, only ones that can touch us. All my niggas official, no, we don't need no crutches. We celebrating this life, my nigga cracking Dutchess. Lowest pedals, feet don't touch the ground when I walk. My soul level, no need to rush sounds when I talk. Yeah, I heard with one flick of the switch and I show they light work. They heat them up, they body cold, now that's ice work. Kids put a day in J1s, but I show them flight work. Whether in the shine dollars, told them pick the right dirt. When I smoke, it go up to me, that's a high alert. And never can you say you fell if you ain't tried it first. Do or die, my nigga, I'm just trying to line the verse. Never seen a nigga more live in the prime of his curse. With some thought before 30, I was designed for hers. Now all my haters pissed cause the city on my work. Yeah, I flourish with the work. Nourish up the purse, my mood feeling great, and I ain't even spoken word. House ain't far out the city, I can run up on the turf. Solidify with the search, collecting rent like the first. Look around, we the freshest in this motherfucker. Fancy corners, only ones that can touch us. All my niggas official, no, we don't need no crutches. We celebrating this life, my nigga cracking Dutchess. Look around, we the freshest in this motherfucker. Fancy corners, only ones that can touch us. All my niggas official, no, we don't need no crutches. We celebrating this life, my nigga cracking Dutchess.
Yo, we all getting money, bro. What the fussing is came a long way remembering. All that budget in, calling off work. Cause my bro got the duffels in, boy, we all about the cheese. You can throw the truffle in. My story is so elite, I don't know where to begin. Me and me used to go hard. That nigga's like my twin. Me and L go back to touching niggas on their chin. This E.N.E shit go deep. We was more than just some friends. That's the city about us. Boy, we been setting trends from fatigues to the Timbs and the money's in the lens. Start to see some I went to school with blowing in the wind. Your face card is everything. That shows what you put in. Now I can ask my plug for one. He gonna throw me like 10. You ask your plug for some love. He asking you what you spend. We just not alike. You live a life on Instagram. I'm up all night trying to get my cut like Uncle Sam. Everywhere that money being made, my nigga, I need in, man. I hope this plane never lands like Peter Pan, motherfucker.
Cheers. Look around, we the freshest in this motherfucker. Fancy corners, only ones that can touch us. All my niggas official, no, we don't need no crutches. We celebrating this life, my nigga cracking Dutchess. Look around, we the freshest in this motherfucker. Fancy corners, only ones that can touch us. All my niggas official, no, we don't need no crutches. We celebrating this life, my nigga cracking Dutchess.
We were never satisfied, never finished, will never be retired. My high school English teacher, Mr. Fisk, I actually paid attention one time in class. And he said, he had this beautiful quote, and it read, "Rest at the end, not in the middle." And I took that to heart. I believe there's time for resting at the end, but for me, that time is not now. Thank you for this tremendous honor and acknowledging my basketball career, but I'm far from done.
Yeah, man. That's a classic joint banger right there, man. Shout out to my brother Rayman in the building, man. Tapping in with us. You already know what it is. E.N.E every day, all day, no days off. You did. And we're about to get to it. About to wrap things up here in a second. But we got to get to these right here, man. You did. Hold on real quick. All right. This is ignorant right here, man. I can already tell, man. You be finding this shit ill, man.
Daddy Sharp.
Is that my white coconut fluff? That
I like your new shirt.
I get that. Just come on over here.
Is that a snack clip on your back?
Well, yeah, I like my shirt. This shirt was a little big. I like my shirts tight, like I like
right.
Like I like my white girls tight and right. I like. Hey, my mama always said, if it ain't tight and it ain't white, it ain't right.
You get the things that I asked you to pick up.
Well, I got you know what I got. You know what I got. I wouldn't got that. I got the red pill. That red pill get everything.
Yes. And what else?
You want the leash, right? So I can walk you like a dog. I'll walk you like a dog. And if you need to be choked again, I choke you. I choke you in public. I would choke you in front of your
last
time. Are you recording TikTok?
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay. You ready to get right into it? That's what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay, now when I come with the thunder now. I don't play. I don't play. It's dark in here, so I'm gonna need a little bit brighter. That's why you got the light on.
Yeah, just some ambiance.
Okay, well, I like the ambiance is good. You want some of the yak? Because the yak help you with the ambiance.
This is ignorant.
White milk. Yes.
I'm trying to get more serious with you.
That's what I know.
I want to settle down and have a baby.
Well. Hold on now. Now that's that bull jive right there. I done told you.
This time I need you to not pull out.
You remember you want to choke. We gonna choke it. That's what you want.
I want both.
Well, I can't give you both now because I got shit I got to do ESPN. They love me and everybody my podcast Club Shay Shay. I don't want no club little Shay Shay.
I think maybe you're gonna.
Oh man, come on, man.
You combed through every last piece of evidence. You made the final impossible connection.
I didn't even watch it. I just put that on there because it was a skit. But the Shannon Sharp, we're gonna get to it.
We're not even done unpacking because before we get into the game, Mace, I gotta ask you. We started a little discussion yesterday. All the Shannon Sharp stuff. For those who are watching this new episode, basically he was being accused of sexual assault. On the side, he tried to offer the victim $10 million. She declined it. Now they're trying to take 50. She declined it. Oh, he offered, yes, 10 million. They declined it. They want $50 million out of the case. Audio files have been released. Text messages have been released. He released the video.
What is saying audio? Because I want to make sure what I heard
something
was
about choking her, and she was like, "I don't want to be choked," and he was like, "Yes, you do." But he's claiming it was an edited audio file. It's a lot of different parts, and I know for the audience, I'm summing it up. If you want to know more details, it is online. But Mace,
his new and also Mace's new audio came out yesterday. He said, "Oh, you want a big back." I put a big black baby.
Man.
He said a little white girl with a big black baby in you or something to that effect.
Wow. This is a lot. Where do we start? The girl is 19. He's how?
54 or 56, one of the
50. Let's just say 50, in the late 50s, right? So he's in his late 50s, she 19. This is a lot. This is a lot because I know when I'm hearing people, they're like, "Well, this wouldn't have happened with a black girl." Let's start right there. With a black girl, he probably would have paid child support. There's a lot of things. It would have been easier. I'm just gonna say it. I'm not for this, but it would have been easier with a black girl. If let's say she was from the projects, her name was LaTanya. He wouldn't have been paying what he's paying. I just know that. So, y'all think I'd be?
Hey man, Murder got a point, man. He would have got with him a little piece or a little LaTanya from the. He wouldn't have been paying no 10 million, man. That's a damn story. Probably came up with 100,000 from all that.
Oh man, Murder is wild.
Yeah, that nigga. You probably don't even realize you be a dead ass and niggas is laughing and shit. Hey man, we talked about that, man. I did a show on this and talking about man, Unc sunk, man. God damn, Unc, man. Like, seriously, let me cam up real quick, man. Unc, what the hell was you doing talking on the phone like that? I'm like, even if it was something that y'all did, my nigga, you ain't had no discernment right there. It's like, you can't talk to the snow like that, man. And just like Stat Baby said, man, when you playing in the snow, you don't know how it's gonna go, Jack. Goddamn, man. Hey, one of the black bras, they wouldn't have won 10 mil, man. They probably would have won it like 400,000. Court, man. What's going on, man?
Man, I think Shannon, he's just a freaky nigga, man. He like young girls, and he into weird shit, bro. Like a lot of these Hollywood niggas, man. And Monique did try to warn him. She told him to start talking to girls a little bit older, but he laughed it off. Like, and Kat warned him too. He said white women will change your life in 2 weeks. And he did say that. He said they'll turn your whole shit upside down. He told you when everybody forget about that part when Kat was exposing everybody. He actually gave Shannon Sharp some jewels too. Told him like, man, the white women, bro. He said, trust me. He said, I think they're beautiful. I love the white women. He was like, but no, he was like, I know what they can do. He was like, they'll turn your shit upside down. But he let a young one do it. You could tell she was cold. I mean, just listening to the tape, I'd have been turned off the fact that she sounds younger than she even is.
Right.
Like she actually sounds like she's like 16 or something, 15. She sounds slow. Like she don't sound like she's fully developed her words even. Like she's not even. It just I don't see how a 57, 8-year-old man is listening to that conversation and like, oh yeah, I'm ready to hit that. Like, and I don't know. It just seemed like he should have. I don't know. He should have. It sounded like she was literally waiting on somebody to tell her what to say. Like the way she was so delayed. I mean, he just still talking all willy nilly. Like, I mean, my nigga didn't have a care in the world to say some of the shit he said, and I just can't. That was some shit he was supposed to like. They were supposed to be like laying in the bed and he talking like that to her, where it's just like there ain't no, you know what I mean? Like this nigga's on the phone. She's pausing and letting everybody hear what he said, and then everybody telling her what to say first. It probably was a lawyer. I mean, felt like the lawyer probably lined her up. Like shit, the lawyer probably like, listen, we about to get some cake off this. Yeah, I'm gonna get 10 million. You'll keep 40, like May said. Like I can see the lawyer lining it up because she was getting coached. If you kind of listen to the call, it almost like she's kind of getting coached on the call, man.
Because you could tell that you could tell that this was something that was like a regular conversation.
Yeah, I feel like this was one of many. Like they probably could pull up like 10 conversations like this. Like I feel like this was not the first time that they were talking like this.
What I'm upset about, though, I'm gonna say this. I ain't even upset at Unc as much as I'm upset about these black chicks getting mad at him because it was crazy. A lot of these black chicks, I've seen them online talking about how they like to get choked down. They willingly talk about it online, but they get upset when it's another race that's talking like this. I think that's the only thing that's it's kind of weird, man. You know, and I get we ain't excusing him for doing what he do because that age gap is wild. You know what I mean? 19.
Age gap is crazy.
He could have got. I mean, like I said, I
got him a nice little young.
He getting nobody else's business. You know, that's what he like. That's what he like. You know what I mean? I ain't going. It's legal. As long as it's legal, it ain't no other shit. You know what I mean? So I can't really narc on him too much. But you would have preferred it possibly to be something a little older. But like I said, that ain't me. I ain't doing that. So I ain't even gonna speak on that. That ain't my business. That's your business. And you paying for a service. So this is a paid service too. So I think a lot of people keep leaving that out. They think that.
Well, but hold on. They had an ongoing relationship though.
Yeah, he was paying for it for a year.
Yeah, so that's almost that kind of go past that. I mean, y'all actually have developed something at this point.
Yeah. Like they say old girl got mad when the tape leaked from last year because she felt like they was in some type of relationship, and he, I guess, was telling her there ain't no relationship. And then when that tape dropped last year with the little, chick that he was smashed
the real Michelle popped up, didn't she?
Yeah, Michelle,
the white chick,
that he was pounding out, and she got upset because she was thinking that she was the only escort that he was paying for.
Oh my God!
So that's when I think the setup occurred is once she got jealous because she like, oh, I thought I was the only escort.
That's how it always works. All it takes is to trigger the chick get triggered. It's over.
but I honestly don't think that he ever put it in her head that she was the only one because, like, you know, we all heard about when the Joy Taylor shit came out. He spoke on that, like, hey, yeah, I got in and I got out, and I ain't got to worry about me on that. Like, I smashed all the chicks. He smashed the chick that he smashed all of them. He smashed the hair designer that got out that outed everybody. He smashed Joy. He smashed. Unc was out here smashing all of them.
Yes.
So
he was going cocaine.
yeah. So he was smashing. He out here living. You know what I mean? And one thing I can't do, you know what I mean, because I know dudes that, you know, older cats that like younger chicks, you know what I mean? So I ain't going like narking, you know.
Well, listen, hold on. Let's be different. Hold on, though. I'm not gonna give him a full pass on that. Liking younger chicks is one thing, bro. 50 something like in 19. That speaks to a psychological, like that is a little bit deeper.
There's something going on there, man. That's
I'm not mad if you 50, you like a 30-year-old, like that's cool. But
yeah, the 19 is young.
19, no, we talking 9, and then that type of 19. She's not even like a mature. She don't even sound mature at all. There's nothing about that conversation that gave like, oh, this girl a little bit more polished, a little bit more. I didn't get any of that, bro. I didn't get anything that would make me want to talk to her for a year.
Nah.
So I'm like, that's where it's weird at to me. Like that's where that. And again, niggas do. You know, it might be a little judgy for me to say that, but I do think that is a little like psycho. Like that's a little bit deeper than just like she's younger though, because this chick is like damn near
baby.
Like he literally
3 years older than my daughter, man. Fuck all that bullshit.
I mean, well, he has a daughter himself is like 30 something. So I mean, it's like it's
around him groping his daughter like it's a broad or something.
That's all. That is a little interesting. And then for you to allow her to get you, of all people, like you didn't get set up by one of these like top flotch Instagram models and all that. Like how you get set up by a 19-year-old, bro?
And I don't think he should be getting set up though. I think people was like, I don't think I wouldn't offer like I'm like Mace. I wouldn't offer nothing. I wouldn't even offer nothing. If it comes out, it comes out. You know, as long as it's legal, or ain't no other shit. So you know that might be some shit that's behind the scenes that we still ain't heard about yet. That might be a little wild.
The whole situation is crazy, man. For real.
Yeah, at the end of the day.
Dr. Dre mixed with Frank Sinatra. I'm Mayweather, you McGregor. I'll explain the concept.
Because some of them chicks is doing the same thing for cats out here that's only making thousands of dollars. And you know, we used to always talk about that, Court. Remember we used to talk about the chicks that used to get picked up from high school and all that shit? Back when we was in school, I ain't gonna say the first name, but the one chick Rucker, you know what I mean? Remember the old head Sean nigga used to come pick her up from school? That nigga was like 27. And we was in high school. She was like in 10th grade when we was at COS 2000 at Midland. And
that's how I be behind it. That's how I be behind it. Let's go. We're about to listen to this, man.
Show niggas brawling ain't the same as boxing. That's why I mentioned how good I'm at cooking the brick. Went so deep in the game, understood I couldn't repent. Stood on the strip, P89, full to the tip. These bullets are swift, probably gonna lift the hood of your whip. Made nigga, I ain't never been belittled before. Y'all shaking hands, seafood, and plates of pasta. I feel like Dr. Dre mixed with Frank Sinatra. I'm Mayweather, you McGregor. I'll explain the concept. I'ma show niggas brawling ain't the same as boxing. That's why I mentioned how good I'm at cooking the brick. Went so deep in the game, understood I couldn't repent. Stood on the strip, P89, full to the tip. These bullets are swift, probably gonna lift the hood of your whip. Made nigga, I ain't never been belittled before. Y'all shaking hands, seafood, and plates of pasta. I feel like Dr. Dre mixed with Frank Sinatra. I'm Mayweather, you McGregor.
You said that's how you feel, L, man?
Hey, man, the Bills had a great fucking draft, man. We addressed everything we needed. You know what I mean? We got the defensive line is set. We got more running. We got more, man. We got 4 defensive line. We got an edge rusher, 300 plus pound defensive tackle. Yeah, we good. You know what I mean? Got another 6 receiver, a nice tight end. See us next year, man. We good.
We got Rolly, Bryant versus Rolly, man.
With Henny, you look like the only time you ever look good was when you dropped him. But I mean, man, Haney, man, he's always been there.
And you're in big trouble now because I'm not doing the stuff I was doing when I was doing with Haney, and I beat him. So that just shows you where I'm at.
So you were doing it or you weren't doing it?
What do you mean? I showed everybody on my Instagram I was drinking, I was smoking. What are you talking about? I didn't hide it. People seen it. But now I'm not. You can see right now I'm clean. So I'm even more focused. I'm training every day, so it's gonna be even worse.
Good. I want you to be, because I don't want anyone to take away any credit or any of that stuff once I stop your ass.
Okay. Well, like I said, bro, you're gonna be retiring that night. You're gonna be retiring. I promise. It's gonna be your last fight.
Think so.
Yes, you're gonna be retiring, bro. 100%. Believe that. Feel that.
Whatever you say.
Just when you train, it's your last fight. All right. The last fight, your last hurrah. So you better go out with a bang.
All right, we'll see.
Ryan, you said on Twitter recently that Rolly's here just to be funny.
Yeah.
That's what got him here, and that's the only reason that he's here. Why do you think that?
He's a great talker, man. He's made me laugh millions of times on the internet. Where he goes after Shakur, anybody, honestly. Even when he goes after me, I even laugh. So the dude's a funny guy. He got a career being a comedian after this. But as far as the ring, he's definitely went downhill since he got knocked out. I feel like his chin hasn't recovered, and that's just the honest truth. I don't think Pitbull hit him that hard, but he's not handling punches well. That's just the bitter truth of the sport. Sometimes you get knocked out, your chin gets weak. I feel like your chin is weak. I feel like there's no way in 12 rounds I don't catch you with a good shot.
See, but the difference here is you quit with punchers, bro. You quit with with Tank?
I didn't quit, bro.
You did quit.
I had a broken rib.
You had a
Everybody knows
broken
that.
rib?
I had a broken rib. I was dehydrated as I was weak as
Yeah,
So
I
at
was
the end of-
dehydrated as with Tank too.
But like I said, you haven't been the
But-
same since though.
What have you done? You look like
I
with
took a shot.
Duarte, and you look like with Devin.
And I beat
You
both
look-
of them.
You look
So
like
if I look
complete-
like, but you got knocked out looking for Easter eggs with Isaac Cruz, talking about
Isaac
Happy
Cruz is
Resurrection
bad.
Day, bro. You didn't even know where you were at, bro. After the fight, he beat you that bad. Do you think?
Look up the damn it was Easter.
I
told everybody it was
Bro, you were looking for Easter eggs in the ring,
No, it
though.
wasn't. What the
You was
fuck?
out there everywhere, bro. You weren't there, bro. So if you say I look like I won, though.
You look like
I won, though.
But how did you win?
I won,
How
though.
did you win?
I knocked
It's
out
not-
Duarte.
It's not on your record.
I knocked out
It's
Duarte.
not on your record.
I knocked out.
You can't.
Him
you
being
gotta
a
come in
bitch
with-
and suing and trying to go for the
You came in 4
and trying to
pounds
overturn
overweight, bro.
overturn
But you ain't even a professional.
I couldn't even make the weight. I couldn't make the weight.
You couldn't make the
I
weight.
couldn't make the
You
weight.
cou- you
I couldn't make the weight.
You couldn't make
I'm
the weight.
147 now for a reason, right?
I'm 147 for a reason. Okay, I moved up.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, you moved up.
I just
You
said
moved-
why
you
I
moved
missed
up,
weight.
I moved up.
You're in for some. It might be
I
your
don't know,
last
man.
fight.
With Haney, you look like the only time you ever look good was when you dropped him.
Hey, man. Rolly got a point though, man. I like Rolly, man, but he ain't lying when he's saying what he's saying though, man.
Rolly was talking crazy. I think Ryan gonna get him though.
I do too, because Rolly was not looking good in that last fight at all, man.
Rolly had the stanky legs going a little bit.
Like, come on, Rolly, what you was smoking weed? You smoked some kush or something before you had that fight? Rolly know how to sell a fight, though. I got to give it to him.
And he talented too, but he not Ryan's definitely the better fighter. And Ryan ain't lying, he has been off his game. But a healthy, sober Ryan, he's not gonna beat him, bro.
Yeah, and shit, and he was doing all that, all them antics, and the way that he beat the fuck out of Devin Haney, smoking, drinking, like he said.
Yeah. Niggas better put niggas gotta get Ryan some respect, man. I know he says that he's a wild nigga, like there's no question. But come on, if we talking about in the ring, though, he's very talented. He was definitely underachieved that last fight. That's not really Ryan for real.
He beat the fuck out of Devin, bro.
Yeah, he did.
Diddy, Jose Ramirez, great fighter, prospect, Carmel, lightweight, Duran, Bill Haney, a rodent. Is that a word? This is word association with Rolly Romero, Brian Garcia, Hook, Devin Haney, Diddy, Jose Ramirez, great fighter, prospect, Carmel, lightweight, Duran, Bill Haney, a rodent, Oscar De La Hoya, Della Fish, Teofimo Lopez, Squidward tentacles.
That nigga be talking crazy.
He said Devin Haney, Diddy.
That was not
Wow, he said that, man.
That was diabolical.
I mean,
we got two of the biggest personalities
in
in boxing. Yeah, two of the biggest personalities
in the
in
pool
boxing.
with Diddy.
Yeah.
He was absolutely in the pool with Diddy, man. Yo, man, let's go.
So the Canelo Alvarez versus William Skull card has just been announced. So I'm going to go through the fights. So main event, Canelo versus Skull for the undisputed super middleweight title. And if you're unfamiliar with William Skull, he's the current IBF champ at 168 pounds. So essentially, Canelo's taking this fight to regain his undisputed title before the Terrence Crawford fight in September. Then co-main event, Jaime Munguia versus Bruno Soros 2. This is a rematch of the biggest upset of the year in 2024, where Soros knocked out Munguia in Munguia's hometown. But since then, Munguia has joined Canelo's camp. He's training with him now, so this is a big repeat or revenge fight. Then Martin Bakole versus Efe Ajagba. I'm a bit surprised Bakole is returning so soon after the Joseph Parker KO, and Ajagba is a power puncher himself, but two top 10 heavyweights. Next, Badu Jack versus Ryan Riziki for the WBC Cruiserweight title. Now, Badu is tied for the oldest world champion in boxing at 41 years old, and he's making the first defense of his title against the mandatory Riziki. Then you have Marco Verde, an Olympic silver medalist at the last Olympic Games, making his debut against Michelle Polina. And lastly, Brian Leon, an undefeated light heavyweight prospect from Cuba against Aaron Guerrero. Overall, pretty solid card, 2 title fights, 2 contender fights, and an Olympic medalist. So the Canelo Alvarez versus William Skull card has just been announced. So I'm going to...
Hey, that's a hell of a card right there, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, man,
That's
we
the
got...
weekend, L.
Oh, yeah. See, the Rolly Romero, I ain't going to be here on Friday. I'm sorry, but the fights is on Friday and Saturday. This is the first time they're doing it. Cinco de Mayo weekend. They got as you see, the Devin Garcia, Rolly Romero on Friday. That started like 6 o'clock. That fight card, so it's gonna start at 6. And then we got very next day Canelo. And shit, they even got fights on Sunday with a new, you know what I mean? Man, it's going down. It's crazy fight cards every day this on Cinco de Mayo. This is about to be one of the biggest fight weekends in the history of sports. Every fucking day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is going to be crazy fight cards. Yeah, all of them is fire too. Because the Friday card is crazy. I ain't gonna lie, the Friday card might be better than the Saturday card, even though we got Canelo coming up and Munguia. But the Friday fight card is nuts. So, yeah, man, we locked in this weekend for the fights, man. Cinco de Mayo weekend. That's why everybody's starting their shit on the 2nd.
Looks interesting, man. Gotta say that, man. Gotta say that. Well, we about to get up out of here, man. We got one last E.N.E banger before we do. Everybody say your last words before we get up through, man. Go ahead, whoever want to go first, man.
Yeah, man. Peace to everybody, man. Wish everybody blessings and prosperity on a good week, man. And you know, shit, tune in next week. You already know what it is. Same time, same place.
You already know, man. We're gonna get straight to it. Shout out to my brother Ray, man. Els, go ahead, talk to him, man.
Oh shit. You know, like I said, Friday, you be at the house, man. I'm watching the fights. I'm coming straight home after work. I'll be here. You know what I mean? We're gonna be watching the fights. I think the main fight won't start till like about 9, but the fight card started at 6.
Right.
So we here, man. Come through. If y'all ain't doing nothing yet, we're gonna be chilling out, man.
That's what's up, man. I might take you up on that, man.
Either Friday, Saturday, pick a day, but we definitely watching fights both days.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Well, we about to get up out of here. Tomorrow, y'all, I got some stuff I need to take care of tomorrow, so we probably gonna do no Wednesday night show, but we will be here Thursday for ladies' night. That's a fact, man. We about to get up out of here. I appreciate everybody coming through. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, and we're gonna ride out to some E.N.E as usual. You did. See y'all Thursday for sure. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Glitch the guarantee. E.N.E. rise to the top. Yeah, we going hard. Believe that. Beat Splash. 614-704. Let me get at him. I'll be breaking niggas down. I leave them playing catch up, volleyball style. How a nigga got it set up. I'm headed to the top. Other niggas can't keep up. Living pretty well. I ain't gotta keep it tough. But let a nigga try me. I hook you to an ivy. My flow kill niggas just like HIV. I'm flossing cause I do it well. Spitting straight fire shit. Rolling up some sour shit. Y'all throwing the towel quick. Penitentiary bars on my San Quentin shit. Glitch, I'm in the building on my guarantee shit. Catch me if you can. Fuck that gingerbread shit. See, I plans to get rich. Really stacking up my chips. I'm a fire motherfucker. See the flame from my lips. I remain number one, like 7 minus 6. Swag is off the radar, and we don't care who they are. Get at me if you want it, cause all my niggas go hard. Chasing money, going hard. Bitch, we got the recipe. E.N.E all day, nigga to the death of me. Headed to the top, first class flight, certainly. Fly boy shit, living like how we supposed to be. Chasing money, going hard, bitch, we got the recipe. E.N.E all day, nigga to the death of me. Headed to the top, first class flight, certainly. Fly boy shit, living like how we supposed to be.
Child like it, man. Motherfucker, fame me. Money over everything, only go for change me. Bless me, getting fed, great so they caress me. Respect me, metal exit out the tech, please. The original, never frontin' for these hoes. Leave them lay I crossed up, trying to touch my flow. Oh no, get your dope. Why you worried about my pay? Only me can stop me, never worry about the hate. They just gon' say what they say and do what they do. Don't listen, don't affect my profit, everything gon' be cool. Can't play me for the food. Only thing changed since high school. My mindset, my money, and my fucking pride. Do it never blind to till I remind them of fact. Slave boy, have them kissing with us and they shining that. Smell the cool, cause I popped the bottle. E.N.E lifestyle. It's a celebration, bitches. You can turn the lights out. Chasing money, going hard, bitch. We got the recipe. E.N.E all day, nigga, till the death of me. Headed to the top, first class flight, certainly. Fly boy shit, living like how we supposed to be. Chasing money, going hard, bitch, we got the recipe. E.N.E all day, nigga, till the death of me. Headed to the top, first class flight, certainly. Fly boy shit.